Boy. Boy. Hello. Hello, hello. Ooh, I'm kind of excited today. I have never played City Skylines 2. So I'm kind of excited to see what the happening is with it, you know? How are we doing today, everybody? Hello! Hello, Astro. Hello, Banana. Hello, Kai. Hello, Cool Kid. What's up, what's up? What? Yeah, same. How are we doing? How are we doing? I should preface that apparently, and I have no idea what's happening because I don't really care, but I live around the market here in Seattle, and apparently a good chunk of 2nd Avenue is taken up by what appears to be some sort of grunge music concert. Like the whole street has like a big part of the street is like blocked, you know? And so I can hear it from my apartment. It's just gonna be like loud thumping in the background. So if you hear it, know that there's a party happening in downtown Seattle. You got bad news, Hunter? What's up, man? Hit me with it. What's up? What's going down? But anyway, other than that, nothing else very much going on with me. Hello, everybody. Hi. Oi! And all that. The Orioles lost. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, man. They lost against the... You just told me yesterday. And I immediately forgot. But anyway, today we're going to be playing some City Skylines 2. I do know about, City Skylines 1. Obviously. Who doesn't? But I don't know much about the second City Skylines, nor do I really know why they made a second one, and didn't just keep making DLC for the first one. I got my graphics set to medium, I think. We're gonna set our graphics to medium. And see how that works out for us. We're gonna go performance mode, I think. Because when I turned on this game, it was actually very heavy on my PC for some reason. But other than that, we're gonna be making a city. And this city is gonna last us at least all month. We'll see how far along we get, but... if I fall in love with the city we make, then we're just gonna keep going and building it. We're gonna be building a city. We're citying our skyline. Your throat hurts, Kai? Mine does too, buddy. Mine does too. I don't know what's going on, but yesterday I was really out of it. I'm not really sure what it was, but I felt TF2 made me feel a lot better, as it usually does at the end of the week. But today, my throat has been feeling very scratchy. I'm not sure what it was. I haven't been kissing on anybody, and I don't think I have an STD or anything like that, so I must have just slept on it wrong. Orioles athletes, gotcha. Oakland and Baltimore. Wow, Oakland 11, Baltimore 3. Jesus, okay. Yikes. Alright, we're gonna be playing on easy mode. I don't know what the difference is, to be honest with you. There's, like, government investment. No idea what that means. And then we have to select a mappy map. And I don't know what map I want to select. I like Archipelago Haven is interesting, because it's just a bunch of islands that you connect together with bridges and stuff. I'm not sure if that's really what I'm looking for, though. That is cool. Maybe, Barrier Island is also, like, an interesting-looking map. Because you have, like, an island, and then you have, like, the mainland. Coral Riches is, like, there's, like, a big river with lakes in it. That's also something to consider, I'd say. Yeah, no good. Great Highlands is cool, because I guess you start in the middle here somewhere, and then there's, like, mountains that take you to the ocean. Lakeland is, like, not really my speed. There's, like, a lot going on. Mountain Village is just a big river. River Delta is interesting. San Francisco is San Francisco. Sunshine Peninsula has a peninsula, which is crazy looking. Sweeping Plains is cool. Sweeping Plains reminds me of like India, where it's just like these big mountains and then they sweep down in like river style into an ocean. That's very cool. Temper, I have no idea what this is supposed to be. An isthmus between two large lakes, and I have no idea which lakes these are. Twin Mountains is cool, maybe? Waterway Pass looks super interesting. It's like just this big winding river. And then Windy Fjords is also like you start in the middle and then you have to like cut through these tiny little mountains to get to the ocean. I have no idea which one to pick. Memes. Memes. Because this is like gonna be like a long-term selection, so... Archipelago, I guess? Maybe not. I do want an island. I guess more than anything, I do want an island. San Francisco has Alcatraz, which is very funny. Sunshine Peninsula does have a little island off its coast. Windy Fjords has some tiny islands. I wish I could see more of it instead of just booting it up and figuring it out. Twin Mountain appears to have a couple islands, but I think I want Barrier Island. Because this puts me like a little close to the water, and then I can, yeah, there's like this bridge I think goes back and forth from the island. It actually looks like it starts me on the island. Oh. Yeah, I think I start on the island, now that I'm looking at it. And then this one starts me on the bigger island of the bunch. Which is honestly crazy. This is kind of crazy looking. Coral Riches starts you in the middle next to this lake, though. Ooh, I like the lake. The lake is cool. We can use it as, like, recreation or something. River Delta is also quite a thing. And it's got, like, a little... They're trying to build, like, a little neighborhood out here, which is very funny. Sunshine Peninsula, Waterway Pass. This reminds me of southern, like, the border between California and Arizona. As you're, like, approaching Los Angeles, this is kind of what it looks like. Windy Fjord. Oh, I just don't know. A cheeseburger? I could go for a cheeseburger right now. You got McDonald's? What'd you get? Did you really get McDonald's, or are you baiting my ass? I think it's gotta be Barrier Island. We're gonna do Barrier Island. The city name is obviously going to be, what's the name of the city, guys? I'm not good with names. Cheeseburger? Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger with a North American theme, game mode easy, natural disasters on, don't worry about these. We will restart the tutorials so I can learn the game again. I started the game up to test it. But we'll see, we'll see. It doesn't look like there's a lot of ore, but there appears to be a lot of fish, which is what we want. We want a good fishing industry. Let's see, we have highways, we have access to highways, rails, ships, airplanes, and electricity, which is nice. 41% building area. No idea what that means, but guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out. I clicked a button, but you guys can't see it, which is very funny. Anyway, I guess more than anything, I hope with this game that the radio is, just as good as City Skylines 1's radio. Because the radio DLC in City Skylines 1 was really good. Alright, welcome to City Skylines 2. This is the place to build the city of your dreams. Take on in-depth challenges, directing traffic flow, follow the lives of your citizens. Tutorials will help you follow along. Camera controls we're gonna do. I'm going to turn down the audio just a smidge. We'll see how that goes. And then I will save, of course. We're going to save Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger has been saved. Use the WASD keys to move around. Use the middle mouse button to move your camera. Classic. We need to turn it down even more. The main menu music was not nearly as loud as the in-game music. Great job! You're now ready to start building your first city. To guide you through your steps, we have prepared a task list. Man, this piano goes crazy. That might be too quiet now. Prepared a task list to you. Alright, we're going to take road basics. Roads. A city exists around roads. That's cringe. When you build a road, a cell grid appears on the land next to it. This area you can build on. Oh, well, let's take a look at the map first, because in this game you can move around the map without having to buy territory. Look, a yacht. A passenger ship with 280 people on it, 336 dogs. That can't be right. 36 dogs? It looks like we got a couple of islands. I'm not sure if you can buy every tile on the map that there is, but if you can, that would be crazy. Here's my tile right now. It looks like we have access to what appears to be a little tunnel bridge, which is very nice looking. It takes me to this little island. And this ruined old mill. Which we will designate as something. I'm not really sure. Anyway. Here's a tiny little island over here. Nothing on it. But this barrier island, I do like this island. I like this island that we started on. It really is a barrier island, huh? We don't have access to many of the islands around, but we do get a couple, which is nice. And then here's the highway access. Highway and electrical and train access all sort of running along with each other, which is cool. Oh my god, look at this turnaround. There's a bunch of trucks. This train just goes underneath the road, which makes sense. And it turns off and does. Look at this suspension bridge we got. Dang. An island paradise is in store. Bro, you're so hungry. They keep talking about cheeseburgers. I go for a cheeseburger. When you build a road, a cell grid appears on the land next to it. This is the area where you can build on. Most roads also come with a built-in utility network. Oh, really? A network of electric cables and pipes for water and sewage, so building connect to a road with a utility network automatically have connection. That's so nice! Because in City Skylines 1, you had to wait until a building was built that was already connected to the system you were in. There are many road types. There are indeed many road types. Quite a few road types, in fact. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Ain't nobody got time for that. Larger the road, the higher the speed limit and traffic capacity. Small alleys and one-way streets to all the way to large highways. A two-lane road is a basic road with 2 lanes, one in each direction, with a street lamp on each side. Street lamps on one side. Oh. It's easy to build with, but it can only support a low amount of traffic. When selecting a road, keep an eye on the information panel. It will show you how much a road will cost to build and maintain, how much electricity the built-in utility network can handle. Oh, I see. I'm not sure what this grid has to do with me, but okay. We got they got alignments and such. Zone grid. Build a road. Building a road. To get a road started and make it grow, you will need to make it possible for both people and material to arrive. Look around your map and find the roads that will lead in and out of the map area. Start building your road by connecting and spanning these roads. Left mouse button to build a road. Ooh, I'm building my road. I'm roading my build. I'm a roading. What the hell? Why'd the music get all dangerous all of a sudden? I don't really like that angle. Can I hit him with one of these? Like a cross, something like that? Like, just out of range of it. Like that. And then another tick over. There we go. That looks maybe a little better. We'll see how we go from here. Okay, so this is like two-lane roads or something right next to each other? No, this is what these are two one-way roads. Okay. I think? Yeah. Look, there's automatically traffic lights and stuff. Automatic traffic lights. Bulldozer to Doza Road. You make a mistake that you don't like, well, pee yourself. Pee yourself now. It doesn't have to be uniform. We're just making like a little city block, I think. Oh, the alignment is so nice in this game. Everything, you can see everything you can see how everything sort of lines up. You can even see stuff, you can even see stuff line up from far away. Yeah, it lines up with, like, this lines up with this, on, like, the distance. That's so good, actually. So nice with it. I don't know, let's just build, like, a tiny little, square for now, I guess. What's the size of this? Can we see sizing? 90 degree. 48 meters. Well, there you go. Task reminder. When you're finished tutorials, wait for the next task. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was building roads. Also, let me see if there's any new roads. 3-lane, one-way, gravel road, gravel one-ways, finally alleys. One-way alleys, interesting. 2-lane perpendicular parking? No, dude, not parking. Hello, little MG. What's up, man? You just want to eat anything? Guys, what's a good food for a dinner date? What's a good food, like, let's say you're on a dinner date with, like, a friend, or, like somebody you want to have sex with, or somebody you want to kiss, or somebody you want to kill, you know, either one. What are you cooking for them? You bring them home, what are you cooking for them? Because I am thinking about trying to kill somebody, but I want to feed them first. You're sleep deprived, but your alarm says, no, wake up at 9. Yeah. Hello, Asha. What's up? Hey, Zachary. How's it going? Love the house. Not sure what that means, but looks good. Mac and cheese, lol MG? No, dude. Maybe. 2-lane road that features perpendicular parking spots that allows traffic in both directions. Interesting. Well, angle parking. Literally just effect. Very funny. 2-lane divided perpendicular parking. With a divider in the middle, okay. 1-lane parking. Perpendicular parking. Without sidewalks. This one has sidewalks? Yeah. Angle perpendicular parking alley. It's an alley, okay. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Pedestrian street. Well, maybe we'll add maybe what we can do is, when we're making a city, we can add parking towards the beginning of the city, and then just make everything pedestrian streets. Service and delivery vehicles can drive on pedestrian streets, which is nice. Small pedestrian street. Medium quay with two-way road is interesting. 2-lane wooden covered bridge. We even have those on the map. 2-lane truss. Cool. Medium roads. 4-lane road that allows traffic in both directions. Don't know about that just yet. Divider road. Asymmetric roads. 4-lane one-way. 5-lane one-way. 4-lane perpendicular parking. God, 4-lane parking sounds crazy. Medium quay. 4-lane tiered arch. A grand bridge. 6-lane divider. 8-lane divider. 6-lane asymmetric. Don't tell me there's 6-lane parking. Okay, I was gonna say 7-lane one-way road goes crazy. 6-lane divided extra dosed bridge. Dang. 8-lane divided cable stay bridge and the Golden Gate Bridge is very funny. Highways. 2-lane two-way highway. Interesting. 3-lane two-way highway. 4-lane two-way. 4-lane asymmetric, 5-lane asymmetric. 1-lane one-way, all the way up to what appears to be 5-lane one-way. 2-lane highway truss bridge, 2-lane highway, one-way suspension, 4-lane one-way suspension, 5-lane one-way suspension, 4-lane highway, double train track, double-decked, extraded, extra-dosed bridge. What a name. Hey, Graham, what's up? You stole somebody, girl? You're just on your mom's account? I'm not gay? Okay, oh, shit. I got you. Alright, following me? I don't know, man. Am I following? I don't know, Zachary. You got cookies, Hunter? Nice, buddy, nice. Intersection. You could just make intersections. That's nice. A trumpet intersection, trumpet roundabout, which is interesting. A roundabout highway is wild to think about. Directional T, partial clover leaf, dumbbell interchange, teardrop roundabout, single point interchange, roundabout interchange, cloverleaf, 4-level stack interchange. That's a classic, dude. 4-level stack. There's all kinds of roundabouts. A small roundabout with a central island. Oh, these are decorations for the roundabouts. Small roundabout with a tree. Small concrete roundabout with a bush. Small mosaic roundabout. Decorative mosaic pattern. That's cool. Very large concrete roundabout with tree. A very large roundabout with an asymmetric center. Oh, really? Oh, I don't know about that. I'd like to see the mosaic one, though. Floral. Cul-de-sacs? We can finally make cul-de-sacs. Interesting. Medium cul-de-sac. Very large cul-de-sac with trees. Parking spaces. Motorcycle parking lot. Tiny parking lot. Small single row parking. Modest parking. Canopy covered parking. Small solar panel covered parking. Whoa, ooh. Small parking, long parking, medium single row parking, small parking building. Gross. Ewy cars. Automated parking building is hilarious. Underground parking building. Overground parking building. Multi-level parking. And road services, maintenance, traffic lights, stop signs, no left turns, no straight aheads, no right turns. Crosswalks, you can force a crosswalk, which is crazy. Wider than normal wide sidewalks, grass. A strip of grass that adorns the side of the road, side trees, lighting, and sound barriers. Okay, so those are all sort of accesses. Interesting. Alright, let's zone oh, we're zoning now. Alright, this is what I'm interested in. Zoning determines which type of buildings are built in selected areas. There's quite a few options here. Interesting. Groups buildings, what they allow for.
It's time for a weekly Ask the Musicologist session. I get to dive into the mailbag to see what's been keeping you music lovers awake at night and put my counterpoint training
River Lake. Looks like farmland being repurposed into a police station. It does,
Last
doesn't
Christmas, I went to a piano concert in Delaware, and I was surprised by the fact that they played a Yamaha piano and not a classical
Yamaha piano?
First of all, thank you for reaching out, Interlude 11. I've noticed that it's more and more common that the opera houses uses Yamaha pianos instead of
Yamaha pianos.
But I guess the most important thing is that the music is right and gear comes in second place. This is Liz Peterson.
Atmospheric piano, deluxe relax, music non-stop, The Second Moon, Jade Radio, and soft rock. Urban City Radio and Public Citizen. Feel good funk, the vibe, smooth beat. Something like that, we'll see. Alright, let's see. Residential signature buildings. Signature buildings related to residential zones. Residential suitability, ground pollution. Ooh, ground pollution. We love to see it, don't we, folks? Anyway. Low density housing. This is for single family homes. They have a positive effect on the residents' happiness, but they can become expensive to live in when land value rises. Different job types and the availability of jobs may affect the demand for different types of buildings. We start off with the North American low density housing, which is like gun to my head. The Baltimore Orioles against the Oakland Athletes for their final game time. Game starts 1:35 p.m. The game starts tomorrow. Oh, okay. I didn't know they didn't finish. Is my nose stuffy? I'm feeling sick. I'm feeling sick. Mediterranean heritage, urban promenades, tool modes, topography. We also have European low density, single detached homes. Oh yeah, we can build both. Okay, I see. European low density waterfront housing, North American low density waterfront housing. Let's just stick with the American for now. North American style row houses. That's more my speed. Small apartment building is also more my speed. Medium density housings, Mediterranean heritage medium density. North American mixed housing, North American style apartment building with commercial space on the bottom and apartments on top. Yes, dude! Let's build a city of 5/1s. Let's do it, dude. Yes! Urban promenades, mixed housing. Do the Europeans have 5/1s? Small apartment building. They do have European style mixed housing. Low rent housing, large apartment buildings with small affordable apartments. The lower rent provides lower income taxes as a result. And North American high density housing style large apartment. We'd love to see it, don't we, folks? There's also commercial zones, which give me low density businesses, as well as Dragon Gate low housing. Create bustling shopping districts infused with Chinese iconography. Interesting. It's low density though, and then high density businesses. Supermarkets, malls, hotels, big movie theaters. Ooh. Really? Fitness centers, department stores, etc. Industrial zones include just industrial manufacturing, which is very funny. Offices have low density offices and high density offices. And then there's specialized industry. We have farming, more farming, lots of farming. Textile fiber, forestry, stone, coal, ore, and oil. So let's build some housing. Obviously, we're just gonna slap it all on the outside, and then on the inside, we'll have some commercial. Removing and rezoning. Use the tool of your choice, and while holding down right-click, paint the area you want to remove. Like this? Yeah. Using the right tool, so you can use the right thing. You can apply a new zone on top of the old one. Condemned buildings. Buildings that are already exist in the area you are rezoning or removing zone will become condemned. Condemned buildings will get automatically demolished over time. For a faster rebuild time, you can bulldoze them yourself to make room for new buildings. Alright, let's zone for commercial. I'm gonna need more roads because I forgot we actually have to build an industrial economy because it's a modern... modern video game. And they're like, you have to build out an industry or you're grungalungus. We want commercial zones. Low density businesses. And then we're gonna be zoning for industrial. Let me get a road up to build out industry. I'm just gonna build my industry over here, which is like, you know... I was gonna say, they automatically bend the road. Simulation speed. A simple curve, a complex curve. Just give me a simple curve for now. Give me a 90-degree angle. Out to the waterfront. Alright, now we're gonna zone the Industrial Trade Federation Union, etc. Alright, do you have to build... Oh, look at this! This is groundwater. That's very scary, and I hadn't considered that there would be groundwater in an ocean environment, but I suppose there would be. We have to be very careful not to fuck that up. That's probably good enough for now. Industrial companies process materials to create material goods, which can be further processed to be undersold by commercial businesses or used by city services. Zoning for industrial manufacturing. Yeah, it looks like industrial demand is still a part of the game. Which sucks. I kind of don't like the industrial demand part of the game. I kind of just want to build residential and commercial, you know? You should just be able to build like a neighborhood. You know, the thing with this game is you shouldn't have to build like industry and stuff like that for jobs. You should just be able to... You should be able to build like the biggest city on the planet with as much economic powerhouse as possible. But then you should also just be able to build like a suburban neighborhood. You gonna have breakfast and go back to sleep, lol MG? Well, have a good one, man. Enjoy your day off, it seems. Can I tell you the fact that I know for some reason? Yeah, go for it, man. 6 to 5 degrees out there, yeah. 0, it looks like 0 degrees in the summer. Very chilly. 7,000 chemicals in cigarettes. And cigarette smoke. Oh shit, really? I didn't know that. There are really 7,000 chemicals in cigarettes? Damn, they really went hard on it when they made cigarettes, huh? Alright, how to build a city. Zoning land for industry will allow industrial companies to start up businesses. Industrial companies are dependent on materials, so they work best near resources and benefit greatly from good traffic connections. Oh shit. And their immediate vicinity. Manufacturing creates pollution, so it's best to place these zones away from people's homes and groundwater. I hadn't considered. Well, maybe they'll be fishing. Zoning demands. These bars give you a glance at the information types of zones you currently need in the city. For the bar, the higher the demand is for that zone area type. And electricity. Electricity basics. Almost everything in the city needs electricity to work. A small coal plant. The basic... Alright, a coal plant is a great source of high voltage electricity, but it generates a lot of pollution. Place the power plant downwind from housing and away from water source to avoid polluting them. It's gonna be upwind. Maybe we want to build it over here. This is a very large building. Oh my goodness. I don't want to build it in the groundwater. It's gonna have to be... contiguous, an endless series of bends. Place point 8 and then drag sideways to create a perfect grid. Crazy. Give me complex curve. There. I want that, and then I want to put the power plant over here on this island, as probably well as like an industrial sector. Lads, what can I say except you're welcome? Yeah, I don't have... It's a very weird road connection. It's very funny. It connects dirt road into a bridge is also very funny. Like, what do you mean by this? This also needs a power connection. Can you upgrade roads like you could? Replace this road with this. Excellent. There we are. That's a very funny way to make a bridge. We'll leave that like that. Let's replace these dirt roads, though. That looks kind of cringe. That also looks very cringe, but hey, well, let's, you know, can't win them all. A little less cringe, but still a little edgy. Still a little edgy, I'd say, but that's okay. We got the power plant home. Deactivate your power plant. No thanks. Power line not connected. Yeah, well, piss yourself. How do you like that? And then I definitely want to build industry right next to everybody here. We're building industry on this island. Let's talk about water, lads. I hope that power plant works, not gonna lie. Hello, Solo, what's up? From like last month. Hello, hi. So my question is, how does the big tobacco industry get away with it? Probably the nicotine. Probably the nicotine. And if you've ever been outside before and you passed somebody, you know that they have some of the worst BO in the planet. And let me tell you, as from working as like a cashier for a couple of months now, I would rather you smell like cigarettes than smell like body odor. The Industrial Revolution has been made a part of history, unfortunately. The sky is still white outside. It's sunny today in Seattle, which is like gross. Every city needs a good water network. Household, companies, and industry all need water to operate and survive. Indeed they do. Groundwater pumping station. Extracts water from the ground. Water pumping station can be used if your current city has access to open water. Choose a pumping station you'd like. I mean, I guess we can run the pumping station right next to the industrial sector. And like, I mean, I guess, why not? I hope the industrial sector isn't gonna, you know, kill us.
Back with Nan, bringing you the coolest sounds in town. I'm gonna be out partying later, so if you see me and
Nan
my
is gonna be out
posse,
partying.
stop by for a quick high five. I'll be the one wearing the nylon stretch pants, slung way
Gross.
low, and
Gross.
decked out in some fab fresh bling. All my beads and necklaces, and maybe a nice brooch. Can't miss me. Look for the lady with the orange and green hair.
Extra pump. Be rid of that. Building a water pumping. Look around the map, locate a good water source. Place the water pump on the shoreline. Make sure the location is far enough away and upstream from the sources of pollution to keep the water pump to the city clean and clear of contamination. Let's clear out these guys. They don't need to be too far away, but keep them far enough away. I can rename this rock, by the way, or this bush. Make sure the location is far enough away from the upstream from the sources of pollution. Keep the water pump to the city clean and clear of contamination. Areas in the water to the direction of the strength of the water flow. Build a pumping station. Connecting the water pumping station to roads. Pumping water needs a road connection. If your station is already built next to a road, you're all set and the station is connected to the roads. I'm so glad you don't have to build pipes and electric power stations now. It's just, all you have to do is connect a road. That's so nice. How are we doing as a conscious human? A human? Hello, human. I'm doing okay. I'm feeling a little sick right now, but I'm excited to learn City Skylines too. If your station is connected to a road, you'll need to build one. Look for the road required notification and zoom in to see which side the building is on and build your road along that side. You can use a road to build a pipe network. Electric cable used for transferring low voltage utility currents between locations. High voltage. This power plant goes crazy, dude. And of course, sewage. A good sewage network is essential to a city. If sewage is not properly managed, it can have negative effects on the city and its citizens. Let's see, we have a sewage outlet. And of course, we're gonna put this sort of over here. And then that also needs to be connected to a road, I imagine. Wastewater. My guy got the wastewater treatment. Building a sewage outlet. Find an area with an open flowing water, place the sewage outlet on the shoreline to avoid polluting water sources. Place the outlet far from the groundwater deposits and downstream from any water pumping station. The sewage outlet doesn't require electricity or a road connection to operate. Oh. Connect the sewage network with a pipe. How do you build a pipe? Oh, here's the pipe. Sewage pipe, water pipe, combined pipe. So you can build pipes if you want to, but it looks like a road works just as well. Can you rename a random bush George Bush? Yeah. Here is George Bush. There he is, lads. There he is. It won't let me move him. He's just gonna be there. I wish I could pin this somehow. There's the info panel, which is nice. This also reminds me of a backrooms level. It's like a huge neighborhood in the middle of nowhere, stretching across one straight road in the middle. Really? A single sewer pipe to connect the sewage outlets to the road's utility network. Well, if I needed to, but it looks like it's fine. Connecting the sewage out. Find the nearest road that has the built-in utility network. Sewage pipeline will be highlighted while the sewage pipe is selected at water and sewage in the info panel. Connect the sewage outlet to the road utility network with a sewage pipe. Highways don't have built-in utility networks, and you can't connect to an individual building's pipe connection. Oh, okay. Connect the sewage outlet to the existing network. Bing, bing, bong. 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 Settings, options, and more. Continue with this city. No, I'll continue with this city. Can I see underground? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. The city service has no road access. Build a road for service building. Gotcha. Relocating a service building. There's that, yes, but I need this so I can delete this pipe. How do you delete a pipe? Underground view. There we go, I got it. That's cool. I guess we can start, huh? This is actually a kind of a scary map. I'm not sure if I wanna do this map. Let's go do a different map. Well, let's go take a look at some of the maps. Hello, Banana, what's up? It was either Barrier Island there, or, let me see, I do like the islands. But I like the mountains more, I think. We do San Francisco. San Francisco's pretty mountainous. Coral riches? Probably a lot of farming. Let's take a look at the industry. Archipelago has 16% buildable land, is very funny. No, I think I want to do farmland. So actually we're gonna need like, give me like a lot of grain. We're gonna be farmers, lads. We're gonna be farmers. 64 kilometers worth of farmland is a ton. Sunshine Peninsula, for some reason, has 64 kilometers worth of farmland. Coral Riches is also pretty good. 172 kilometers worth of... Damn! Sunshine Peninsula has it all. I guess we're doing Sunshine Peninsula. North American. Hamburguesa. Hamburger. Continue the tutorials where I left off. Yeah. Watching 2 streaming right now? I like supporting small streamers. Aw, Banana, you're so cute. Wait, I'm confused, huh? Alright, let's take a look. Where are we? Oh, look at this peninsula over here, dude. They won't let us build over there? That sucks. Looks like we'll be able to build on the island, maybe. There is a lot of flat land here, huh? But I think what we want is this peninsular. And then access to the ocean over here. Look at the boat. Oh, I like this, dude. Look, I like the mountains here. We can build all the rich people houses way up in the hills. And then all the hicks can get the farmland. Here's our Twitter. This is our follower. Following citizens, you can choose to... Oh, here's where you can follow people. Oh, so I can follow you guys now if you want to be named a person. That helps like a lot. An events journal. That's the tutorial, I think. Areas. There's my city demand. City policies. Demand plus and minus. Indicate an abundance. City policies. Activating city policies is scary. Here's our level. Oh, we have to unlock stuff with points. Oh, I see. Parking milestones is classic. Achievers. Emergency battery station, geothermal solar power plants, hydroelectric power plant. Nuclear power plant is good. Water treatment plants. Healthcare and death care. Healthcare and death care is a very funny way to put that. The crematorium. Garbage. Education. You can build the Large Hadron Collider. Why? Fire and rescue. Police and administration. Central banking. Now we're cooking. Transportation. The Space Center. We can go to space? Oh, it's a museum. Whatever. Parks and Rec. And satellite uplinks. Wow. Alright, give me roads. We have all the roads unlocked. That's good. Highways. We have some roundabouts. I'd like to build a roundabout. I just don't know how. Oh, it sort of just forms one. Okay, when you place it, you have to place it onto a road. And then it sort of just does it for you. Well, I like this double one-way. Small roundabout with a tree, small roundabout with a bush. Medium roundabout, small concrete roundabout with a flower bed. Funny stripped concrete roundabout, small concrete roundabout. Mosaic roundabout. Diagonally shaped roundabout, floral roundabout. Cul-de-sac. Basically a roundabout. Cul-de-sac with a... Wait, this is just a roundabout. One-way highway, two-lane one-way highway. Two-lane two-way highway. So this is a highway, I think. I think this is a two-lane two-way highway. Not mistaken. It is not a two-lane two-way highway. This is like a... This is definitely not a six-lane road. That's very funny, though. It's very funny to just have a six-lane road. Is this a four-lane? This is a four-lane road. Okay. Four-lane quay is also very cool. You put quays next to water, right? Let's see, we can make an alleyway. Look how tiny that is. One-way alleyway. I like the idea of alleyways and stuff. Parking. Angled parking. Small pedestrian street. We love to see it, don't we, folks? Yes, yes. Pedestrian street, yes. You can build on pedestrian streets, right? Well, give me a four-lane road for now. I'm not sure where we're gonna take this. I mean, housing has to be up in the mountains, right? Obviously. Give me a complex curve. Yeah, just have it run up into the mountains, just like this. Ooh, that's too complex. Just give me a simple curve. And then just have this run up into the mountains. 180 degrees. There we are. Ooh, it's so fancy with it. Oh, look at this street. Awful. Gross, dude. That looks good, though. Back down again. Up and then back down again. Kind of a silly game, however. You're gonna search up Rule 34? Karaoke went amazing last night. I'm glad to hear it, Banana. Sang some nice and deep songs. Obviously, some meme songs. Glad to hear that. Locked into the game? Oh yeah. When you put a city builder in front of me, I'm like, we should destroy all pedestrian, we should destroy everything. Anyway, we're gonna have parking sort of like alongside the street, and then neighborhoods are just gonna be walkable. Surface areas, specialized, you can adjust any specialized industry after it's been created. Specialized area to adjust specialized industry, adjust existing surface area. District creation, create city districts. Define areas inside a city that have specific policies and city services. What is this? Special buildings, okay. The Polaris Suites. The Gatehouse Apartments. That's for the big stuff. We don't want EU. Waterfront housing, that's right. Some of you guys get waterfront now. Don't ya? Alright, so that's sort of where we're gonna take the residential and stuff like that up onto the plateau and then sort of that way as well, but we need industry. And industry is gonna be sort of, I think we're gonna put industry completely in the opposite direction. Specialized industry, attracting industries. Make the city more attractive to other industries. Highlighting resources. When you select a specialization type, available resources will be there as well. Build a building hub. Toward the relevant resources, defining an area. Let's take a look. I do want to do chicken. Oh, I want to do a lot of grain. Yes. Yes, that's what we want to see. Now that's what I want to see. Livestock is just something you're gonna have to make yourself. There's forestry as well. We're not doing forestry this time. Maybe over there. And there's like no ore at all on this map, which is kind of crazy. We have not unlocked oil. There's no fishing, I see. But grain is what we want. We want the grain. The grain. I need the grain. Doo-doo. Harvestable resources. Yeah, no, build out like the whole circle. Who wants this, who wants farming? I can't make this circular, can I? No, it has to be sharp. That's awkward. Perfection. How do I do this? Doesn't look right. Ah, my thing! There we go. Invalid shape. Like this? How do I think they got it. Where's your area? Control L, adjust the shape and size of the building's lot. Control L. I think he's fine. I think he's fine. Agricultural hub area, etc. I don't know how to do that. Oh, there we go. Okay. Weird. Ooh, look at this farm. I need a road to go to the farm first. I'm not sure where to connect this farm road at, though. Over here? Give me a gravel road. Call me gravel road, the way I'm graveling my road. I'm graveling my road. You guys ever gravel your road before? Damn. Dumpus. Control L? No. Give me... This guy's a lot easier. You can't go over the road, right? Yeah. Dude, look at this farmland! Instead of Theodore, it's Theodore. Well, doors are cool. I think. I don't know. Is my brain braining right now? I'm figuring out... I've just started the game and I'm figuring out how to make an industry. We're farming, lads. We're farming. We're farming as only a farmer could. It's gonna look really weird here. I'm not sure why it's like a circle shape, but a circle shape is what we get, so... Deleted it. Okay, my bad. Move it up just a smidge. Distance too long. There you go, right up against it. Can you push this up? There you go, perfect. To the end of the road, please. And then some. Yeah. Turn that snapping off a little. Snap to the sides of roads. Yeah, turn snapping off. Just a smidge.
I think we have time to squeeze in one more quick question, and then that's it for tonight, listeners. Okay, let's see. Laura wrote that she never really understood what counterpoint means. Glad you asked, Laura. It's quite easy. In the language of music theory, counterpoint is a composition technique in which two or more melodies, lines complement one another,
dude. Perfect.
but act independently.
Perfection. Push this up against the wall here, please. That kind of worked out. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. There we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Farm. Farm, farm, farm. We're farming. I'm farming. Okay, cool. That looks gross. Turn off snapping to grid, please. There we go. Cool. One big circle. Just a big circle of farmland way out here in the boonies. What's up with you, man? 8 Holly Lane? That doesn't look right. Who wants to be a farm? Be right back, cool kid. This is Graham Farm. Unless I can make this like a district. We'll see. We'll see if we can make companies like we could in the other game. Graham Farms. Oh, there's the company. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, that was fun. Let's make a thing. We want a transformer station. Transforms high voltage currents coming from a power plant to low voltage current usable by buildings. Hang on. I need to... This is all farmland out here as well. Okay, so next to the highway is gonna have to be the power plant, which is very funny. Pretty much right next to the power plant. Connecting a transformer station to a power line from the outside connection allows for importing and exporting electricity. Oh. Exporting electricity, you say? They make graham crackers from the wheat? There you go. It's a full of dirt around when it's windy? Yeah. No gravel, but trucks love to break the roads here? That's cringe. Wind turbines? We can go green, but I think I'm gonna start out with a coal mine. I mean, a coal plant. This is classic stuff right here, so... Electricity. We have power. So, yeah. Can I just put it near you guys, or... Oh, I see. There's the access. I was like, where is this? Here's the access. Damn, runs right into it, huh? Alright, I definitely want an inverter as well, so we can sell electricity. There we go. Transformer station. The importing and exporting of electricity. So you don't actually have to make your own electricity. You can just import all of it. That's very expensive. It doesn't look like you need educated employees. There we go. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, there should be educated employees here somewhere. Transformers do not need educated employees, which is very funny. What about the farm? What about the farm, I guess? What about the farm? Huh? What about it? Wait, what if Demo Man was a medic? He would just heal while drunk? Yes, cool kid! Yes, now we're talking! What if the Demo Man was a medic? What if the Demo Man had a healing item? But he couldn't... What if the Demo Man had a healing item, but he couldn't heal himself? Ooh, small water tower. Well, we have water access. Sewage outlet would have to be way over here. There's apparently pipes over here for some reason. There's a small town. We definitely want to dump our sewage into this little, barn and small town over here, so... Alright, sewage does not need access, it just needs pipes, so... We're gonna put sewage way downstream here. For some reason, the water is flowing this way. No, it's flowing this way, okay. Put it at the very end. For now. Oh, and then we want a water pumping station. How about groundwater? What is groundwater looking like? There's a lot of groundwater where our residential is, which is very funny. How do these buildings? Low noise pollution, but not too much else, which is interesting. Let's just drop this guy sort of right here for now. Water is flowing. Let's see. We want an alleyway. Well, we want parking. To, like, residential neighborhoods and stuff. So, give me, like... Not one-way parking, but I guess, yeah, two-lane road that features perpendicular parking spots. Give me one way, yeah, give me one way, like, vertical parking like this. And then what it'll be is, like, sort of, when you're coming into the area, you will branch off and then we'll, like, it'll be, like, sort of like a side road. So kind of like here. Give me, like, a bend in the road. It'll be kind of like this. And then this guy will follow up on it, like, something like that. There. And then we'll start building, and then it'll be like this, and then we'll start building the Oh god, imagine parking here. Fuck. And then we'll start building out, like, the not the alleyways, but pedestrian roads. Pedestrian streets. Doo-doo. One-way angled parking alley is interesting. Small pedestrian street, foot traffic. What's the difference? It's just one of them's one way. Whatever. So does this pedestrian street count as a access? Oh, my bad. It does, okay. So a service vehicle can drive down this, which is what I want. The problem with these pedestrian streets is, do these count as roads? And the answer to that is yes. They do count as buildings with structures in them, which is what we want, lads. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. All right, we have water access. We need sewer access pipes. From you over to the city. Sewer. We have sewer. Look at this, though. Oh god, uphill, lads, uphill. Now, you have to remember that this is one way, so this eventually has to, yeah, connect back up. Something like that. And then we can add, like, these tiny little one-way on-ramps that can put us back onto the... one-way alleys could work. I do kind of want to take the sidewalks off of this big road, though. That doesn't really help me if they have sidewalks at all. Yeah, something like that. Just like a big on-ramp. Ew, this is kind of gross to look at. That's a big crossing. Sycamore! We're headed off to Sycamore. I'm sycaming my more. My sycamore. Oh, right, I need to do it over there. That's right. Well, for now, let's just have like a quick turnaround. We can fuss with the details later. But that's sort of what I'm getting at. That's sort of the logistical style I'm going for. Parking lots, and then alleyways on the other side of all the one-sided parking lots and stuff like that. And you want to get close to the water, you're gonna have to go on foot, you stupid, I'm shaking my fist, you car-oriented cities. And then he just chills while the water gets in the car. Would drive off the bridge on purpose. Where's my gun? Hello, Jessifer. He would heal using the Scrumpy, yeah. He would just give you bombs. What if the demo man had a sticky launcher that when he shot stickies, it would be like a drunk effect? You know how like the sniper when he throws pee, it like coats a person in like yellow and then like their vision changes color? Sort of the same thing with the milk. What if the stickies were filled with beer and they exploded and they covered you in like a brownish, not like shit, but like alcohol? You know what I'm saying? And that would mess up your terraform. It's time to terraform. We'll terraform maybe. Oh, we can make vegetation. Vegetation. They have European vegetation as well. Pathways. Oh no! Built wherever there's room. You can build nature trails or scenic routes between buildings. Connect the road between sidewalks so people will access it. Oh shit! Narrow wooden leisure pier. Wow, relax and enjoy a gentle breeze. Narrow quay with a pedestrian path. Pedestrian bridges. Surfaces. Concrete surfaces is very funny. Nature, natural rocks. Here's the park structures. A kiosk. Potted plants. Residential props. You can make your own structures. Commercial props. Debris. Random pile of trash. I can add piles of trash. So cool. Decals. I can write penis right on the stuff. Hello, Mr. Illumin. Good luck with your game. Thank you, Mr. Illumin. Thanks for popping in. Definitely not beer, yeah. I'm not sure what the effect would be. Maybe increased healing or something like that. But it would make you drunk. It would make you, like, swivel around. You know. Oh, I forgot about industrial zones. Well, I guess you just have to sort of drive through industry, huh? There, let the pollution flow through the... Let the pollution flow. You have to drive through the industrial district to get here. For now. And then this is all gonna be, like, residential. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put the commercial yet, but... This is obviously all gonna be residential. I want mixed urban housing! Provide for me the mixed urban housing. I think that's good for now. Fertile land, 332 tons a month of renewable grain. Renewable grain, yes. I think that's good. We can unpause. Let's take it slow. Wow, they're building very quickly. Our 188 Oak Street branch is hiring at Capella. They definitely do be building. Running out of hashtag fuel? Visit our new gas station. How about you die? Our new farm, Graham Farm! Dude, buy local. Buy local at Graham Farms. Company is half a grain. Can I change the company name? Photo mode. The electricity department. We have an overabundance of electricity. Well, start selling that shit. How much are you selling? Something. Bored at my old job? Come join Doppelbach. Don't join Doppelbach. Milestone City. Oh, that was very quick. Oh, right. We got points and stuff. Forgot.
You're back on the
Megalopolis.
Atmospheric Piano channel. Brought to you by Liz Peterson.
I forgot to change the...
I want to share a funny story.
Milestones. City growth. You can be Megalopolis, which is not based on population this time around. Everything is based on loan limit, which is very funny. Money you will receive as a reward, development points you get, expansion points. Oh shit, that's right. I got 3 expansion points. The last thing you unlock is... In a small city, you get high-density offices, high-speed highways, combustion engine bans, and city promotions. And then the biggest size is Megalopolis. I'm megaing Megalopolis. They do be building. Is this just gonna... What is gonna happen here? These are like big slots. Also, I probably shouldn't have waterfront. What are these gonna look like when they're done? What city am I making? I'm making Burger. This is Burger City. Alright, let me see. Map tile purchase. Left click to select the tile. Natural resources are a consideration. New map tiles start to accrue upkeep costs. Wow, how much each map tile costs to purchase. How many map tiles you already have. And then you purchase them. Gotcha. It does look like you can buy everything in the square. There are outside connections for imports and exports. Road and track connections will also help. There are water routes to consider and air routes to consider. I am, of course, here's what... Oh, we can get the tiny little island up here in the north, and then we can get this tiny little island out here in the bottom left. As well as these other islands, I think, eventually. Maybe. We'll see. But I do want to start moving up into the peninsula first. 33,000. I also want to move left for the agricultural. So we'll sort of do something like this. Oh yeah, these are just big fuck-ass houses. This is just like a mansion. Low density, household wealth poor. Look at you guys. Milo Wallace, you saucy so-and-so. I love the warm weather. Look at this mansion! This is supposed to be some sort of ghetto? No way. Look at this fuck-ass house, dude. I'm appalled at the healthcare. How's that guy doing that? What are you doing, delivery van? Or is it just me, or is it hashtag hot out there? Hello, Astro. What's up? Industry is accruing. What is this? Full skill grinding. That's for cutting up something. Shouldn't you guys be farming? Graham, shouldn't you be farming right now? There's a huge demand for everything. Low, medium, and commercial demand. But first of all, 4-lane asymmetrical, 5-lane asymmetrical, 4-lane divided, 4-lane one-way, perpendicular, 4-lane parking is insane. Just give me the 4-lane still. And then we definitely still want to move up into the mountains. I don't want to cut right up into the mountains. That's gross. So we're gonna swing around. Complex curve. Yeah, something like that. I kind of want to do like a short swivel with it. Yeah, just like that. And then the smaller roads next to it. 1 lanes with some parking. Let's pause. Yeah, let's pause for now. Ah. Sort of like this, and then like this, and then keep it sort of on the tighter side, up the hill. Might have to go underneath. This is a little too steep, huh? Figure out something. Can I mellow this out just a smidge? No parking stripes is very cool. Water streams. Even more stupid than lead in the river. No! Choking on a flashbang. Ouch! Just leaving gunpowder or lead in the water. Is that your IP? Which one? Throw a grenade in the water, see what happens. Create a company of lobotomy? I wish I could. Soften terrain, shift the terrain, slope the terrain. Wow, that didn't slope it at all. How does that even work? Control Z does not do what I wanted it to do. We have a budget, and revenues, and expenses, and monthly balances, etc. Taxes, services, government subsidies is very funny. Automatically grants its city subsidies depending on its economic situation. That's very funny. So we can't really lose. Services. Road budgets, service fees. Exporting. We are exporting electricity, which is nice. Alright, let me see if I can't figure out how to do this. I'm messing this up. Set target. Slope is kind of killing me. That slope is kind of killing me. Okay, there we go. Jeez. That was tough for me. That looks not too bad, though. Not too bad. I messed it up, but not too bad. Look too sharp. Let me bulldoze this road. This is probably a little better. Ooh, classy. This is gonna be a classy little highway here. Do. Yeah. Getting there a little. Nice. And then we're gonna have just a little single one-way connected off for now. Dang. This residential's driving me insane. They do anything to stop the enemy team. In TF2, you got 3 sides. 1 friendly, 2 team player, 3 is bloodshed. They do anything to stop the enemies. Got that creature feature. Low residential. How about... I'm more of a medium residential kind of guy. I'm honestly more of a North American mixed housing kind of guy, but to each their own. Anyway, you guys can be waterfronts, now that I think about it. You guys can be waterfront, you guys can be low for now, and then you guys can be medium housing. Gonna have housing all on the inside here. Dang, dude, dang. We still gotta build services out. How is commercial looking? Industrial doesn't have its shift at all. Some more commercial. For now, eventually I do want to build on the other side, but for now, whatever. We do need services. Small medical clinic. How much does this service if I put this at the beginning? Ooh, that goes all the way around. And I can even put it at the bottom. For some reason, it's still green, which is crazy. Good healthcare system prevents diseases. Clinics and hospitals. 6 citizens visit clinics and hospitals for treatment on their own, or if they're in serious condition, an ambulance will be sent out to pick them. Building healthcare services. Yes, it is. Medical clinic. Well, small medical clinic. Basic healthcare for a small community can pick up patients with ambulances.
Back with Nan.
This is a medium-sized medical clinic and a modern medical clinic. Gonna be upgraded with an ambulance depot and an extension wing.
So if you see me and my posse, stop by for a quick high five. I'll be the one wearing the nylon stretch pants, slung way low.
Slung way
decked
low.
out in some fab fresh bling.
Give me that. Give me that good medical clinic.
And maybe a nice brooch.
And then give me that good
Can't
cemetery.
miss me. Look for the lady with the orange
Citizens
and green
will
hair.
eventually pass away.
Interesting news from the city's export division. Sources tell
And this can
us
be
that
placed
our
anywhere, so
city
I'm
has
going to
more
absolutely place
services
this
than
next
we
to the
know
power
what
plant.
to do with.
And you know what that means, folks. It means we're not cutting things close enough.
Well, no. The point is we're selling it and bringing money into local
That's right.
economy.
You could almost say it's too much of a good thing.
Or we could say that we're enjoying a positive trade balance.
Oh,
and the
upgrades.
economy is booming. More after this.
Mausoleum. The mausoleum. What is this? Garbage recycling, landfills. Building a landfill. Adjusting the lot size. Interesting. Okay. Good thing we have all this flat land. Featuring the creature. It's a feature. So I'm so excited to go to Dust Bowl, for real. I know. Evil Pose Scout. Evil A-Pose Scout. There's an Evil A-Pose Scout in Dust Bowl. Landfill lots. Incineration plant is more my speed. The landfills kind of sucks ass, but I mean, it's what we gotta do to make do. You know, country girls make do. Bury all of our electricity at the coal plant, please. Bury all of our sewage at the coal plant. We love to see it, don't we, folks? It really doesn't have to be perfect. This cannot cross the power lines, which is crazy. Okay, that works, to be honest. We do want to build like an industrial row, I think. Somehow, some way. Look at all this garbage. I know what you're thinking. Let me add some of that garbage. Yum trash, trash, yum trash, I want to eat trash and all that, but I'm sorry, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to eat the garbage. No matter how much you want to, the garbage isn't for you. It's for me. Sorry. Skill issue. I'm gonna let our trash sort of... Why does the wind go up into the mountains? That doesn't make any sense. The wind should be coming from the ocean. I should put it over here. Skill issue, I think. Also, I can adjust you. So you can sort of be, like, here. Like that. A little more farming land for you. Graham gets a little more farming land. A gasket. Yo, comrade, I'm playing the BF6 beta. Oh yeah, Huffy! How's the new BF6 beta? One of the cover images I saw was people hitting each other with hammers. Do they really hit each other with hammers, or is that did I dream that in a dream? Oh, there's a low density residential demand. That's cringe. I have 5 upgrade points that I can use. Roundabouts, road service, parking areas, large roads, highways, intersections, grand bridges. I don't really care for any of these. Parking buildings is interesting, but... Areas of high activity can benefit from dedicated parking spaces. Your mom. I would like a more energy, like a nuclear plant. Battery stations and geothermal power and hydroelectric. Solar power plant would also be good. Water treatment plant, you know? Yeah. So I don't have to use the natural resource, I can just build structures instead. Crematorium would be good. Incinerator plant would also be good. Same for a recycling plant. Turns garbage, produces heat instead. Yeah, we're gonna knock down your home. Get over it. There's a new bar opening up on 339 Grove. I really gotta rename these roads. This is some mixed-use urban housing. I'd really like to have a hashtag home or the city, but there's none available. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. Fucking amazing. Not right now, Huffy? Interesting. Gotta miss the stream to change charge your phone. Gotcha, cool kid. Have a good night, man. Spam voice lines like a VC. Condemn these homes. Put up some waterfront districts. Knock these houses down and make some much nicer, more expensive property. The citizens' happiness has increased. We have an overabundance of electricity, so we're selling some to the outside world. We need a lot more commercial districts, huh? That's interesting. I'm backsliding. Detached waterfront houses. You can't just put these anywhere, can you? If you could, that would be hilarious. Taking a while to knock down these guys. I guess not everybody wants to work at the primeval gas station and burger shop. Put two gas stations right next to each other. Classic. Do I really need a lot more commercial? They're really killing me over it, huh? Our new location is great. Road garbage. City statistics. My money is decreasing. Toggling statistics views. Timescale. We should just make more electricity. We should just make and sell electricity. Does not hurt me at all, I don't think. Kinda excited to see these waterfront houses. These gotta be some expensive houses at this point. I'm not sure. Level? What is that? It's a delivery van. There's no mod. There's no first person mod yet. That's right. There's no first person mod in the game yet. Well, people are parking and everything. Look at this guy driving around in his smart car. People tweeting? They shouldn't be tweeting. I don't know about this soundtrack. How about the vibe? Adjust the volume. Turn ads off. Your mom. Ads stay on. Gotcha. It said ADS, and I was like, what is ADS? Obviously, it's ads, dude. Chill, brother, chill. Such a nice, balmy weather. Gross. Shut up. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Don't say that. How is this a... This guy didn't even use parking. He parks in his house. He doesn't even use the street parking. That's so nice. Being a nerd using street parking. Whatever. Sounds like Minecraft music? Yeah, for real. Not too bad. Dude, imagine how much the price of these houses is. Right here on the water? Right next to the water pump station? With such a steep drop-off? I should probably put like a quay there. Like a pedestrian quay? Ooh, that'll be nice. Here is the mixed medium urban housing. Oh, it's brownstones! I didn't know they were brownstones. Shit, dude. I'm so ready for the 5/1s. Just give me the 5/1s already. So I can just turn everything into the 5/1s. I'm so ready for it. North American mixed housing. It's so good. just think, you could live here. Right on this hill. With free parking. We really do need a lot more commercial. My god. I didn't know it was this bad. The orange is noise pollution, right? Oh, there we go. It's cantankering downward. Industrial is doing okay. Here's our hospital. Looks like we got new structures. I don't know what. The water treatment plant. It's nice. Water towers, etc. How is our water doing? Water trade. We can export water. Oh. Where is the water exit from the city? I'd like to export some water. It's probably closer to the edge of the map. Would like to export water, though. Advanced water pumping, sewage pumping. Filtering system, pump back to the water network. Maybe not. That's cool, though. $400,000. A bit pricey for me, though. But water looks like we're doing okay. So you can export sewage. Nobody said anything about exporting sewage. We can export our shit? What the heck? Low energy also, then? Just hit a creamy headshot. Sounds like an easy body disposal, for real. We have plenty of water. Our healthcare services are pretty good. Crematorium. Cremates the body. Ashes do not take up space in the crematorium. Can be upgraded with a hearse garage and additional incinerator. Does this require services? It does not, so we can put this right next to the, put this right over here, I guess. Put it on this side. Doesn't matter, actually. Now that I think about it. Literally does not matter. That's a milestone. Yeah, did the tea salon. Costs $0 to build. Your mom. There's indoor recreation at the cemetery. Me when I go to the cemetery, can you guys put in like a track? An incinerator to burn stuff to put electricity in? I don't know about that. Oh, schooling! No, not the education system. Not the education system. Education levels, education paths, elementary schools, building an elementary school, damn, small elementary school, city elementary is more my speed, community elementary, urban elementary, Mediterranean elementary, mixed-use urban elementary. Floors, rooftop playground is good. Extension floors and a playground. I mean, it's gotta be up here in the mountains, right? My elementary school is up in the mountains. An urban elementary school. High school. Give me high capacity. City, modern high school, urban high school. I think I want urban. Compact urban school for teenagers. You go straight from elementary to high school. Very cool. A Chinese high school? Why is it called a Chinese high school? Huh? Mediterranean high school. Overlapping items. Your mom. Look at these guys right next to each other. Only separated by garbage itself. We can build an extension wing and an urban playground. As well as another extension and a gym extension. It does take up a little bit of space. There's the front and back of the building. Okay. Signature buildings, unique buildings unlocked as you play. A lot of them have positive effects. There's different types of them, and there's different themes. I've unlocked a commercial one, which is the Fleur de Theur, which is a tea salon. Tiny little thing. What am I? I'm not building Mediterranean. We're building North American. And I'd rather not build low-density residential because I'm not like a sucker. It's annoying to have to travel outside for school. Your mom, dude. Your mom. What is this? The urban playground is on top of... Oh, that's so good. Dude, I wish my playground was on the roof. How much is one of these for an extension? Maybe not. Boing, boing, boing. Boing, boing. Boing, boing. Row housing, medium density row and medium density. Interesting. I think I prefer medium density rows for now. Our hashtag education system is so amazing. One big elementary and one big high school. We have an overabundance of electricity. This game, so far, City Skylines 2 feels a lot simpler than City Skylines 1. I hope they keep it like that. I kind of just want to see the city build out, you know? College, of course. We're eventually going to want a college. Hell, maybe even a university. A hospital would be nice. Oh, I wanted a recycling center. Industrial waste processing. Collects and handles toxic waste. And of course, we want a college. That's good stuff. Let's see. We've got more land to purchase, which of course is going to be up in the hills some more. We want that guy. We want that guy. We want this guy. And I think... Oh, we can put a bunch of mansions over here as well along the waterfront. Nothing's stopping us there. And then we could go this way with it as well. I just wish my computer could handle some of the higher graphics. Oh god, dude! Imagine living in such a dense hilly area. That'd be awful. Tiny toys, your mom. Oh, it looks like there's higher and higher demand for an industrial sector. So we have all this space out here. Let's do it. Gravel road, if you will. Wait, let me see where my new farmland is gonna start and end. Oh, dude, we can build so much farmland. We're farming, lads, we're farming. So you can complete your farm, actually. Poorly educated, uneducated, open position 62. 62 uneducated people can get hired here, and people have a demand for the industrial? Really? Nobody wants to be a farmer, I guess. Nobody wants to work a job anymore. And that's just sad. That's fine. Look at that! There's Graham. There's Graham out here farming. Graham, do you want to be the tractor? Like the back part of the tractor? Such nice balmy weather. What a thing to say. You ever consider getting a real job instead of whatever the heck you just said? Here's the interstate. Yeah, the Garland Highway. The Garland Highway Interstate. I'm literally hashtag melting. What is this world? Oh, people have to like park on the side of the road so they can get to their jobs. What are you doing, dude? Hurry up. I forgot. This would be a good opportunity for... Oh, a double highway is kind of annoying. 2-lane highway. 1-lane highway. Can I... Where's the upgrade button? 2-lane highway is more my speed.
Welcome to the Bell and Cog. We've got what you need.
It's cool, man.
Two-lane highway is good for
I
us, so we
need
can
a
build
saddle. My old one.
We've got saddles, grips galore, kickstands out the caboose.
gravel roads.
That's far out, man. Why are you talking like that?
Kids bikes, granny bikes, ultralight baby granny racing frames. We've got something for the whole family.
What's a baby granny?
At the Bell and Cog, we've got what you need. Now, if you'll excuse me, sir.
Now, if you'll
Hello?
excuse me, sir.
Hello?
Why is it doing that? Don't do that. Yeah, do this.
Now
Holy
entering
shoot.
thick digital games. Prepare for sensory overload.
You want it thick. Digital. Are you a man or a mountain? Digital.
Digital.
That rips out your heart and stops it to death. Digital.
Digital.
Then come on down to Thick Digital and we'll hook
Highways
you up
don't
to a
carry
adrenaline
water
overdrive.
and sewage, that's right.
Much more of this, sir.
Forgot about that.
Then hit
Highways
with
don't carry
everything
water and
we've
sewage.
got. Digital. Thick Digital. It's all out war.
Thick digital, it's all out war. How do I get you guys to go over there? I think I just need to connect you to here, I guess. There's not really anything else for it. No, that's not gonna work. How do I do this? How do I connect? Those are this. Pause the game until I figure out what's happening here. I don't think low electric power lines are gonna work on this. I think it's gotta be the street. There's gotta be like a medium road here. That's awkward. But I guess it works. Invalid shape overlapping. It's just gonna have to replace the whole shebang. No, that can't be right. That's a very big road, actually. 3-lane asymmetry. That's a 4-lane. That is a very big road. Shoot, dude, this is tough. Did anything unusual happen in my day? Not that I could think of. I got closer to one of my coworkers that I haven't talked to very much because I finally got a shift where I was actually like talking to them, you know? So it was nice to be able to connect with another coworker that I haven't talked to in a while. Highways can't connect to roads. But I don't think the low-level power lines can get me there either. That connects up. There we go. Okay. A little bit of power line transfer goes a long way, I think. And that should power that. Okay. A little more electricity. Okay. Jesus. Sounds nice? Yeah. Wasn't too bad. I was pretty happy. A lot of my coworkers are very cute, so it's fun to, you know, talk to them about all their comings and goings. Common groceries. Look at this. People doing the turnaround. Well, traffic is so slow. Well, maybe you guys should walk instead of drive. Traffic is so slow up this hill. Just one straight line. One straight line of traffic. Running out of hashtag fuel? Try shitting your pants. I can almost recommend it. Milestone 3. The Riverside Grill. Oh, gross. I got the production panel that I never looked at. Mediterranean heritage mediums, textile fibers. That's all that stuff. And we're on large village now, which increases my loan limit, gives me a cash injection, or mining. Fire and rescue, firehouse, community firehouse, firehouse. Police as well, police and fire housing, which is good. Somebody's dying there. New signature building, the Baltar Pines. Stone monolith. Diversifies and enhances its surroundings. New medical building. Hospital is too expensive for us. $1.8 million for a hospital. Looks like everybody's just going to have to die. Firehouse, city firehouse, community firehouse. Fire and rescue, firefighting, fire engines, fire damage, fire safety. Community, give me the city firehouse. Does this cover everything I needed to cover? Yeah. My guy got the info panel. And then policing. Small police station, Mediterranean police. Police patrol cars, crime, modern, and city police. I imagine you sort of do the same thing. Nice. Look at the traffic, dude. Look at the traffic. Nice balmy weather. Did I unlock a new one? Oh, that's all specialized stuff. Or diamonds. We've unlocked diamonds. Alright, can we keep going up in the mountains? We can. So we shall. Ooh, this is gonna be tight. Oh, whoops, wrong road, actually. My bad. It's gotta be the highway. It's gotta be this 4-lane. Anybody else notice there's no housing anywhere? Yeah, he's right. There is no housing. 'Cause I'm trying to kill you, actually. Look at that. I don't know where I'm gonna take this road. There's so much land up here. It's all land, dude. Jesus. Just big flat land. I do like this mountainous style, though. Big fan, big fan. Actually, the better we build, the closer we build to the highway here, the better. locked in. Hey, CWK, what's up? Sorry, guys. You got Domino's Pizza Hunter? How's that? I haven't had Domino's in a hot minute. I can go for some pizza though. I think probably when my weekend rolls around on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll probably grab a slice. What am I making? Hello, Lian Wan. Made that yourself. It's amazing. I think you're smart. Oh, thank you. We're just building out a city. There's not really much to it. All the traffic's having a hard time getting up the hill. They're all very crowded. Yeah, it's very slow speeds down here. But they should probably stop using a car then. Yeah, it's a traffic jam. Getting significantly slow because there's a turnaround here as well. Honestly, not my problem. You guys kind of did this to yourselves. I guess I could have more turn-ons, huh? Turn-ons and turn-offs. Let's do that. Let's zone this out first. We definitely want the density housing. The housing row is nice, but not quite what I'm looking for. And then commercial. Okay, let's have like little two-way streets connecting the two together, maybe. Can I just stick a roundabout here? I stick a roundabout in the middle? A 4-lane roundabout goes crazy. How about just like a small 2-lane road? An alley would be weird. So what if I do that and then put a cul-de-sac on Madison Street? I don't think they're gonna let me do a cul-de-sac on Madison Street. Too small? Yeah, too small, looks like. That's okay. The little two-way works. We'll just spread it out. Spread them out.
Now entering Thick Digital Games. Prepare for sensory overload.
You want it thick. Digital. Are you a man or a mountain?
We want
Digital.
thick digital. You guys want thick digital?
Your heart and stops it to death. Digital. Then come on down to Thick Digital and we'll hook you up to adrenaline overdrive. You won't be able to take much more of this, sir. Then hit
That's
with
too steep.
everything
That's very
we've
funny.
got.
That's too steep.
Digital. Thick Digital. It's all out.
This is what I imagine most of Oregon is like. I drove through Oregon and it didn't look like this at all, but this is just what I imagine it's like.
Welcome to the Bell and Cog. We've got what you need.
Some of these roads might be big enough for a roundabout.
I need a saddle. My old one.
We've got saddles, grips galore, kickstands out the caboose.
That's far out, man. Why
That's
are you
far
talking
out.
Like that?
Kids bikes, granny bikes,
That's
ultralight, baby
far
granny
out.
racing frames. We've got something for the whole family.
Wild House
What's up,
Sunday is not a free weekend there.
baby, Granny.
Yeah.
Bell and Cog, we've got what you need.
Is it
now,
ever?
If you'll excuse me, sir.
Hello? Hello?
Bayberry Street. Look at these traffic lights. Oh god, parking on the left side. There's parking on the left side of the street. That's not 2 lanes. That's parking. Let me see. Is that really like that's not 2 lanes? That's it is. That's kind of crazy. I don't know if I like that though. That looks gross. Anyway, I think I'm starting to get ready for some pedestrian streets. How is my stats coming along? Let's take a look at electricity. Production's still okay. Water's still doing good. That's really all I care about. As long as capacity is meeting standards. Wonder what the price of one of these houses is. I imagine the price of these houses is gonna start going up. Oh yeah, people don't have to take the side road anymore. They can just go up the highway. Because of the turnoffs. This guy's got a camper lane. Look at all this parking, though. That guy's taking a cab? You guys really can't find parking spots? Oh, right, because it's row housing. So they have to use street parking. That's honestly kind of funny. I'm ready for mixed housing. Milestone, that's gonna be the next one. No, it's gonna be level 5. Lame. Alright, let's see. I have no idea where to go from here. I think we're already at the top of the peninsula. I don't want to go into the peninsula though. That's very scary. So I'm gonna start making my way along the river edge here. And we're gonna go down the river. And then we might do low density housing along the river for all the rich people. Pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. A welfare office, city hall, a central bank. Houses stock and resource traders as well as financial advisors and loan officers. Wow. Different branches of local government makes them more efficient, provides financial support for low-income citizens. That's what I'm talking about. Not really into the police thing. Why can you build the CIA? I don't get why you can build a CIA. Emergency shelter is probably important. Firewatch is also probably important. The industrial waste processing unit. You don't have enough development points. Actually, you don't have enough development points for this. You hate the shotgun in BF6? That's very funny. What's wrong with it? Is it one of those shotguns that shoot really far away? How is my income? Hurting? Subsidies, service upkeeps. Oh, it's all services. Very funny. Can I see which services it is? I can. Education. Education is the most expensive, which is very funny. Taxation rates. Types of taxations, more taxations. Estimated taxations. Loans. I'm just gonna get subsidized by the federal government. We're producing quite a bit of grain, which is nice. We are not in a grain deficit at all. We are in a coal deficit though, which is crumbo. That's how it goes. Material goods. Oh yeah, convenience food? Our people are gonna be fat, brother. Our people are going to be fat. Immaterial, which is very funny. Oh, these are all services, retail, services. Yes, make that grain. Make that grain. Oh, we can make ethanol. Petrochemicals out of grain. Hey. Fees, 6,000 currency for fees. Alright, how is the more urban housing looking? That's sort of the same. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Now that's the building I'm looking for. Don't get me wrong, I like the brownstones. They honestly look good squeezed together like that, but this is what I'm talking about. An apartment building. I can't wait to fill like the sides of the buildings over here. It's gonna look like Taiwan. I'm gonna pack so many skyscrapers onto this peninsula. It's gonna be looking like Taiwan over here. Really? People want more jobs? Jesus. Are you fully hired, Graham? You're almost fully hired, which is very surprising. Everybody wants to be a farmer. How are you gonna hire 62 people? You only need one guy to farm. Somebody took a I was gonna say somebody took a cab to their job? It's an expensive way to get around. Sorry, lads. It's time to build out some more. That was disgusting. Why did that happen like that? Industrial blocks, we'll call it. Nice. Nice. Alright, fill these bad boys up with some yellow. Oh, looking, that's the square industrial suburban. You're leaking your apartment like that? No, that's not what mine looks like. Mine's a big skyscraper. You're eating pancakes? Glad to hear it, Panay. Love a good pancake. What does Theodore think about Marxism? Marxism, huh? I don't know. I get it. I think it's... I've never met a communist other than myself. So I don't really know anybody who's just like, yeah, I ascribe to Marxism. You know? I like Marx, don't get me wrong. He's got... I do enjoy his writing. But I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to take something like Marxism. Can I build like a recycling plant? Recycling center is what I want. We want to build a recycling center. A grand village. The Grand Village is nice, the Vesuvius Palace. The espresso on the go? No thanks. We definitely want to be a small village so we can get one districts, yeah, 2 policies. Natural disasters is no good. Transportation overview is nice, but low rent housing and low density offices are good. Transportation, oil drilling, bus depots, transport lanes and stuff, small taxi depots, parks and rec, tiny parks, urban parklets. Yeah, lots of parks, lots of parks. Play around is very cool. Hilly playground, Chirper Park, Ring Park is cool. Park Cafe is also cool. Color Plaza. Import City Service, taxi base fare. But we want this, we want Grand Village especially, so we can finally get... Never mind, we need Milestone 5. Next rank is gonna be what we want. Low rent housing is cool. We'll see if we can't fit that in. Low density offices. I have no idea where I'm going to put offices. We want a information economy. Way better than a commercial or an industrial one, as far as I'm concerned. Now I gotta figure out what these districts actually do. I think you can assign policies to specific districts. I don't know what those policies are. 7, 8, deleting a district. Gotcha. Figure out what to do with that later. These are more special buildings that we've unlocked. Century Castle, Watanabe Tower. We've unlocked administrative welfare offices and citizen service centers. Helps the less fortunate well-being in the surrounding neighborhood is interesting, honestly. City Hall. Ooh, it's time for buses. Double public transport line. Two-lane road. Oh my god, okay. I'm not gonna click through buses, but I get it. Small bus stations, local bus stations, taxi shelters, the bus line, single one-way dedicated to public transport vehicles and emergency vehicles, trains, trams, subways, water, and air. Airport, International Airport, ChirpX, Space Center, gross. narrow seaways, wide seaways, passenger ship lines, cargo harbors. What am I, in Seattle? And then there's Parks and Rec. Got the tiny park. Look how tiny this park is. I do like the play around. I do like that a lot. That's definitely my style of park. Like, make it circular. Oh my god, there's office demand and everything. Oh, shit. Well, if you give the manifesto a read... I mean, I've read the manifesto. It's pretty complex. The Communist Manifesto is not... I don't think it's that complex. I think in the first paragraph, it really just outlines what communism is. Which is a classless, stateless, moneyless society. Now, I guess it's complex in the way that, like, most people don't actually understand what that means, but... My economy. I have a lot of upkeep. My services keep getting more and more expensive.
Example for your followers? Are you on a journey to find freshness? Are you tired of
You on a journey to
shopping at the
find
dingy
freshness?
stores? Sure you are. That's why you go to Common Groceries, the ultimate destination for the discerning
Oh, look at
shopper.
these, dude.
Why, hello,
Look at
Jen.
these
Hi,
things.
Stanley.
Isn't this a lovely place to shop?
It sure is.
It
Common
sure is.
Groceries. For twice the price, it's twice as nice.
Now
I mean, this is
entering
just gonna have to
digital
be
games.
walking,
Prepare
isn't
for
it?
sensory overload.
You want it thick. Digital! Are you a man or a mountain? Digital!
Man or a mountain.
That rips out your heart and stops it to death. Digital! Then come on down to Think Digital and we'll hook you up to adrenaline overdrive. You won't be able to take much more of this, sir. Then hit them with everything we've got. Digital! Think Digital! It's all out war.
Ooh, I'm so excited because I can put offices here. I can do everything that I've ever dreamed of with this little pedestrian road. Yes, dude, yes. Yes, we can do urban housing, commercial zones, office zones, everything you'd ever want, man. Everything you'd ever want. We can do commercial zones, sort of toward the front here, like that. Let's do some urban, maybe like some more commercial zones, and then some office space. You can't do office spaces along these. They have to be along these. Fuck, no, dude. No. It has to be along roads. That's Grungo. Get rid of some of these guys. Some of these businesses. Commercial businesses along a front like this is very cool, though. Buddy, that's mixed-use urban housing right there. I'm ready for some mixed-use urban housing, let me tell you. Okay, office demand is going down, which is good. Industrial demand is going up. We don't need to balance it out immediately. They're gonna start building here soon anyway. But they can't get to this, never mind. For some reason, there's no path connection. The slope, it's too steep. Interesting. Well, knock this guy's house down then. Slope too steep? Overlapping items. That's hilarious. They're literally cutting to the ground. Knock the road down, dude. Hang on, that's gross. Is this slope really too steep? Shouldn't be. Not that bad. It is. Why is it so cringe over here? Why is this little area so cringe? There we go. Jesus. Kingsbury Street. There's gonna be a lot of parking here because a lot of people are gonna live here. We might need to make like a parking lot that I had not considered. Parking spaces. Progression node parking area. Might be like a 2-lane divided parking area right here. Just like a road. They'll figure it out. They're smart. We'll see how it goes. Difficult for people with a common brain level. Beefing with Streamlabs, I see. When she skyline your city. I don't really know how this works. I don't see him building or anything. It is a nice little street though. I guess it's gonna take a while till they figure it out. Oh, they're definitely building. This street carries water and electricity, right? It does. Okay, just making sure. How are my services? Electricity and water still doing good. And emergency services can just drive over there, so. That's not commercial, is it? Okay. I can build, like, park paths, can't I? Not yet. Park maintenance depot, you have to build a park first. Tiny park. Oh, wait, what? I can build offices here? I can build offices over here. Never mind, I'm stupid. I don't know why I thought I couldn't build offices over here. Time to fuel up. It's time to fuel up. And the hashtag fuel up. This city has the most amazing healthcare. What does that even mean, dude? What's going on with you? Robbery? Waiting for a hearse? Somebody died? Honestly, not my problem. Can't imagine how it feels reading chat to be nuked by information. Yeah. It is interesting to dump emotes onto the screen. I'm okay with it for now. But eventually I'm just gonna have to... Not sure when, but one day. I'm just gonna have to smash my foot down on the chat. Like an evil badger. It's not gonna be good. Let's see. When can I get parking? Because parking is gonna be really important here soon. Progression node parking area. Oh, it's an unlock. That's right. Parking. Yeah, underground parking, automated parking. We definitely want these parking buildings. Because we're just gonna have to knock down this house and put, yeah, parking structures here and stuff, like along this highway. Motorcycle parking, tiny parking lot, small single row parking, modest parking, canopy covered, small parking building. I think we want, yeah, I think we definitely want like probably like a big parking building here. I think it's definitely worth it. Make him park here and then walk up the street to where they live. No parking fee, don't worry about parking fees, we'll subsidize it. There's external parking and then there's just regular parking, which is very funny. I could see all the cars that will park in there. Yes, dude, yes. Look at those views. Look at those mounds. Is this an office? Are they already building offices? They are. wastewater? Why is it red? That is wastewater. Oh, shit. Don't drink the water, lads. Don't drink the water. Speaking of wastewater. Sewage export, sewage treatment, still good. Don't drink the wastewater, lads. Hey, Kai, what's up? I'm citying my skyline. A little laggy right now. Wish I could turn the graphics down even more. The game is it's a very heavy game. Not what I was expecting, like at all. Let me save. Cheeseburger. Save over cheeseburger. We don't need commercial. What are we in demand of? High density residential units? Oh, low rent apartment buildings, I think is large density. High density. Which makes sense. Happiness, lack of entertainment. Your mom. Walking distance to an elementary school. That's a high traffic area. There really doesn't need to be a light here. Underground parking, overground parking. They're fine. They're big boys. They know what they're doing. Skill issue, to be honest. Big city now? We're a grand village, apparently. As our expenses increase, our government subsidies will increase. We'd love to see it, don't we, folks? No parking, just walking? Wow. Wow. We could probably just keep doing this. Just keep making pedestrian turn-off streets here. There's a cop car fucking driving along the pedestrian street. Bastards. Let's see. Yeah, sort of follow up along with this guy. You get XP for building a road. I guess we can build some low rent housing. So it doesn't really hurt us at all. Right behind the office buildings. Medium housing, low density. Low density housing so cringe though. I really don't want to build low density housing.
Are you on a journey to find freshness?
I hate the idea
of... Are you tired of shopping at the dingy stores? Sure you are. That's why you go to Common Groceries, the ultimate destination for the discerning shopper.
Why, hello, Janet.
Hi, Stanley.
Isn't this a lovely place to shop?
It sure
Isn't this a lovely place to
Common
shop?
Groceries. For twice the price, it's twice as nice.
She's right. For twice the price, it's twice as nice. It's a very funny thing to say.
Welcome to the Bell and Cock. We've got what you need.
That's cool, man.
We'll see what the low density. We'll see what the high density, low income housing looks like.
Out the caboose.
That's far.
Imagine if somebody threw that building off an edge. One earthquake and it's over.
Bikes, granny bikes, ultralight baby granny.
One
racing
earthquake
frames.
and these
We've got
apartment
something
buildings
for
are
the
going
whole
straight
family.
into that river.
What's up? baby granny.
At the Bell and Cog, we've
Break
got
like
what
a
you
Lego,
need. Now,
yeah.
if you'll excuse me, sir.
We have an overabundance of electricity. We
Hello?
still have an overabundance of electricity? Just by a smidge.
Hello?
Not by much. We could make another coal plant. Wouldn't hurt us at all. We need like a dirt road for it. We are now a tiny town. Reach enough milestones to unlock all the city services. Dang. We got a steakhouse and a lobster tail. Mixed urban housing! Urban promenades mixed housing. Commercial space on the bottom, apartments on top, each building of a rooftop terrace and an urban promenade. The urban promenade has extra space extending to the sidewalk. Urban promenade, you can connect the buildings together on top of the building. More walking space and urban seating? That's insane, dude. That's insane. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. It's everything I ever wanted. Knock down all these fucking houses and start putting those up. Roadside parking fee? We need some of that. That's what we need. Recycling, speed bumps, energy consumption awareness, a radio mast, post office, smaller post office, central mailboxes and communications. You guys don't need to talk to each other, to be honest. Not really. Look at this urban promenade housing. That's crazy. Knock down these motherfuckers. Start putting this stuff here. Mixed-use urban housing. Knock down these skyscrapers, dude. You don't need to be here. It's honestly none of your business. Mix it up. Mix it up. Apartment building with commercial space on the bottom. And then, of course, office buildings. Buy local. Don't buy local. Don't knock down the office buildings. Knock down everything else, though, except the low-income housing. This is also low-income housing? Yeah. I gotta see what the promenades look like, dude. Tear it down, build anew. Citizen happiness, I don't care. I really don't care about citizen happiness. Break like a Lego. All good until Big Town walks in? No! That's true. And then we're gonna be a boom town first and then a busy town. Pollution management. Development, give me an advanced park, give me an automated parking, give me an automated parking. I don't know what else to buy. Oh, we can get transportation and stuff. Parks and Rec. Post sorting, server farms, telecom towers. I don't know, I guess just start unlocking everything. Road maintenance, traffic lights, signs, as well as road decorations. More highways, more large roads. Literally doesn't matter. What's going on? Are people dying or something? Waiting on a hearse, waiting on an ambulance? Oh, look at the traffic flow. Well, maybe if you guys walked instead, it wouldn't be such a big deal. Is this it? That's office buildings. That's low-density office buildings, which is kind of cringe. This is that kind of housing. Mixed-use structures should be being built. Office building is going up. Here comes the first urban promenade mixed housing. We'll see what it looks like. I kind of want it to be a big building. Urban housing with a promenade goes crazy. Are they gonna put a bar on top of this apartment building? New Yorker's honest reaction when the air is 50% carbon. For real. Anyway, we unlocked more highways and bridges and stuff. Or roundabouts. Is there like a... Can I do a roundabout inside a... You can do a roundabout inside a city street, which is honestly kind of baller. I had not considered doing one of these. Beautiful. Beautiful walking urban environment. Look how lovely that is. Just parking spaces. Automated parking structure. Look at this fucking thing. Road services. Road maintenance depot. Keep the roads in good condition. Road maintenance. Road maintenance. Road maintenance. Roadside decoration. Grass. Sidewalk. Lights and a sound barrier, traffic lights and stop signs, etc., etc. There's one of the promenades. Look at that. Walking spaces up top. Looks like a hotel, actually. Which is kind of gross. But it's like a 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 5/1. It is a 5/1. That's crazy. Not sure how I feel about this. Is there dense urban housing? There is high density housing. We might go with... I do like the idea of high density housing. What does this count as? This might count as medium? I'm not sure. Low rent counts as high. I think up on the plateau it's gonna be high density housing. We'll see. Weather. Banking. There's a bank. Oh yeah, if you want to get to this bank, you have to walk. Sorry. You want to get to the bank, you gotta walk. I don't make the rules. Do they still have parking spaces? People really driving up the... People really are driving up the pedestrian street. There's a semi-truck on the pedestrian street. Let me see. Only foot traffic is allowed. Oh, service vehicles, right. These guys are just going to their job, I think. Lamau. Hey, a Lamau to that, I have to say. Why do they all look the same? I guess they're gonna slot in next to each other. If they build like this, sort of, they're sort of gonna like slot in next to each other. That's definitely one way to do it. That looks okay. I'm definitely gonna tear those down eventually and replace them with, is there like high density commercial buildings? Yeah. The second we get high density stuff, we're tearing all of this down and replacing it with the high density stuff. I just love the weather. Give me a skyscraper any day of the week. Achievement completed, 650. Really, Kai? Dang. Building on the edge is the new meta. Look at this tiny one. Oh, it really does tell you. 8 out of 8 households, 99% efficiency, 15 residents, 3 pets. Modest wealth and 4 employees, and they sell beverages. I can't rename the industry that's in there though. We should put a school over here, huh? Like a university. definitely driving. Oh, can I not see the pedestrians? I kind of wanted to see the pedestrians. Let me see. Very low, volumetrics, shadows, level of details. We'll see. I can usually see them on this. There we go. There's some pedestrians. Oh, well, they're starting to walk. Okay. Oh, they're okay. They're unrendered. I just have to be closer. Big guy. We have some more industrial demand, so let's make some more industry. On this side of the road, I guess. Why not? Why not? Like, much like the Pokemon. Why not? Not as good as the other City Skylines soundtrack, but, you know, not too bad still. We could probably just draw a line across. I don't think it would hurt to do that, actually. My highway system. And then I think I need low power poles. Oh, it's going across. Never mind. Excellent. Kind of like that. It's kind of a roundabout. All right, make this all one big industrial sector. Are you setting a good example for your followers?
Are you
I don't think
tired
so.
of shopping at the dingy stores?
Hello,
sure
medic.
you are. That's why you go to
What kind of game is this? It's a city builder. You build a biggest. You can build a big
Why,
city.
hello, Janet.
Hi, Stanley.
Isn't this a lovely place
All right,
to
our
shop?
demand
It
is
sure
down
is.
all the way, which is crazy.
Groceries. For twice the price, it's twice as nice.
Twice the price, it's twice as nice. How's the parking deck doing? 68 at 220, so we're still good on that end, I think. There goes all the service vehicles and people leaving their jobs, I guess. There's literally nowhere to park, so I have no idea where any of the cars are going. I mean, I know what this guy's doing. He's picking up garbage. And that's a taxi cab. I know where he's going. But this muscle car doesn't make any sense. Just driving around. Going to the bank, I guess. Oh, you must be using some of the low-density services. Really weird to see this low-rent housing with a big parking lot. Like, that's not a parking area. Why do some of them have parking lots and some of them don't? A lot of people hanging out outside, I guess. Oh, we need more electricity. Alright, let's see here. We can do wind turbine. I'm still not sure how I feel about wind, though. I'd rather just build a big coal plant and make everybody cough on it, you know? Like, You know what I'm saying? We tear out some of the industry. They won't like it. The big corporations, the big government might not like it, but hey, we get more electricity in the plant. How about water? How's water doing? Water is slowly starting to come down, but still good. Electricity should be up with another coal plant. They hate when we use these mixed-use urban housing. How long am I gonna stream for? Oh, I don't actually know. It's 9 o'clock? what time we get home? 7 o'clock? Maybe we'll end soon. Maybe we'll end soon and we'll read a chapter tonight. He will tax everything. Maybe I should just increase taxes all the way. That is true. Maybe when we get to like the really high industrial stuff. Hang on. When do I unlock the really dense urban housing? At milestone 8. So when we get to milestone 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, when we get to big town, we'll get to the big town. Or great town so we can get the high density businesses as well. Well, maybe small city so we can get high density offices, skyscrapers and stuff. We'll definitely try and, we'll definitely increase taxes on everything. The parking deck is starting to fill up a little more. Do they try and drive? Do they drive out here when they're done? That's honestly crazy. Where's this garbage truck going? Going to the pump station? Which is using this street as a turnaround? Makes sense. How's our mountain dwellers doing? Oh my god, even the side parking is starting to get taken up. Motorcycle. I cannot connect to the internet. Arg. Really not my problem, to be honest with you. Skill issue, I'd say. Muscle car? Very funny to call that a muscle car. Very funny to call that a muscle car. I don't think... I guess it's a muscle car in a way. Medium density urban housing. No, we want extremely high density urban housing. Well, now that we have mixed units, we can actually replace all this commercial stuff with the mixed housing as well. It's gonna knock out a lot of our businesses, but they'll make do. They're country girls. They make do. What can we say? City Paradox still hasn't fixed the thing where if you put like an extra road in the middle of like a building, it'll be like, I don't know what to do. Time to fuel up. Yeah, knock all these businesses down. I don't really care for like the individual... I really don't care for your mom and pop grocery store. Knock it down and put a 5/1 there. Please knock it down and put a 5/1 where this mom and pop's grocery store was. Also, looks like more high density the urban centers are needed. So, and the only high density urban center I have is low residential housing. So it looks like it's gonna have to be on this side. You guys get a pedestrian turnoff. Look at you. Oh, you can barely fit anything there. We're gonna have to flatten a little. Just imagine, there'll be a skyscraper here in no time. Nice. Where's my terrain? I want to sort of be very gentle with it. How does that look? Landscaping, maybe... Oops. Is that... No. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. Well, I'll figure it out. Just build the skyscrapers here for now. Mixed-use urban housing. And then we need another parking deck. We need another parking deck. Multi-level parking, underground parking. I'll put you right there, actually. How much can you store? 200 cars? Gotcha. There they go. Look, she's running, dude. She's in a hurry. In a hurry to get to her new home. Bob? Like Bob the Builder? Hello, Ken. Hello, Gabriels. Points forever. Thank you for the heart and the crown, of course. Saw the retro swap earlier? What's up with that? Stray cat suddenly came into your house while you were eating and now she's purring beside me? Dang. Searching for odors in a few years? Yeah, they will. They will. Their natural instincts with domestication. Fool kid. Elastigirl? This mixed-use urban housing is illegal in most cities. There's an underground environment. There are dwarves. We have dwarves living in the area. Dang. Look how big this guy is. Look how big this crane is. We have very large commercial demand. Well, maybe they should have thought about that when they were putting up. Did I not replace you? I did now. Well, there's plenty of opportunity to, Ew. There's plenty of opportunity to make, mixed-use housing, so... If you really want to start a business, it's gonna have to be in a mixed-use urban housing. Honestly, not my problem. Really should have started a small business in my town. Skill issue, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, let's keep going. Let's build some offices. Office space. Oh, that's a stretch. Office sustainability. Well, they'll be fine with this amount of space, I think. And then NA mixed housing. Viability. Of course it would be viable everywhere. Why wouldn't it be? I'm in love with how our improved #home looks. Looking for a #job? No. What a thing to say. Why are you being evil? More industrial? Waiting for a hearse. Whoa, is this all mixed urban? No, these are offices. Okay, I was gonna say, what the heck? Thick, still the same. Donka. What do you think about the use of thick with 2 C's? C++? I don't know. Steakhouse, lobster tail, espresso on the go. Whatever. A lot of commercial demand. Well, they'll get over it. The city has the most amazing healthcare system. Your mom. I don't need to buy any more land just yet. I need more people, more taxes. More people, more taxes all the time. Whoa, metals.
Now entering thick digital games. Prepare for sensory overload.
You want it thick. Digital! Are you a man or a mountain? Digital!
Digital.
Rips out your heart and stops it to death! Digital! Then come on down to Think Digital and we'll hook you up to adrenaline overdrive! You won't be able to take much more of this, sir! Then hit him with everything we've got!
Hit him with everything we got.
Digital! It's all out war!
Maybe I should increase the width of the roads. Or not. I could do that, or I could not do that. The postal service in the city is a joke. Oh, are these? These are high density? These are mixed? No. Oh, low density. Did I put low density out here? That's very funny. They'll figure it out. Oh, this is a regular mixed housing. We'll see it. Oh, we'll see. As long as the population keeps steadily increasing with the regular jobs. Commercial stuff can get, like, imported. If you want low-density housing, go live outside the city. You don't need to be here. Go anywhere else, I would say. What the heck? I messed that up. Messed that up bigly. Messed that up bigly chew. This is definitely a way to supplant jobs, I think. And these can fill up with industrial. What a mess. They're quick with building those, huh? Jesus, they were quick with building those. Yo, hashtag chemtrail chemicals, like something like that. Recycling center, how are you doing? You got a little bit of garbage. Create a district, operating districts, no. You should be importing from the landfill. Oh yeah, we do not have a garbage problem at all. But for all I know, there's just not enough waste. Taxi cabs. What are you guys doing? There's a traffic jam trying to get into the... Oh, I see, the housing. Why not just use the parking deck and then walk? Can I create a district where there's, like, cars are banned? Heavy traffic ban. Trucks and other heavy vehicles are forbidden from entering. Gated community, combustion engine ban, yeah. It's gonna be like a couple of speed bumps, roadside parking fee, recycling, energy consumption awareness. No, I just can't straight ban cars from this area. Can I police them using like a sign? Services, thank you. something like that, or does that put a stop sign somewhere else? That's Evergreen Meadows, though. Trash it. I don't need it for now. Can't seem to get anywhere in the city without a traffic jam. I mean, that's every city, though. That doesn't stop it. That doesn't begin to stop at my city. That's just every city. Who do I think will win? Baltimore Orioles or Oakland Athletes? Well, I hope Baltimore wins. But like I said, Hunter, Oakland tends to have pretty good sports teams because they have a lot of money in Oakland. Oakland is a very rich destination here in America. Hello, Andrew. What's up? Love the Umasume girl. I think that's what that is. Oh, sorry, guys. Working sucks. Do you want to work in a fast food restaurant? That would suck. I think I did one shift at a Wingstop, and I was like, that's not for me. And then I got a job at a Whole Foods instead. This is the only business in the country, and they sell textiles. Only business in the city. What do I think about jobs? Evil. Employment papers. What jobless people do to get money? It's simple, Graham, now. Hi, Graham. I told you the answer to that. I work at home? Nice. Jobs are evil. Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. The whole point is that they're evil. Telecom. Basic services. Shut up. A radio mast. Road required. Right next to the dwarfs. This needs to be on a road. To increase bandwidth, small post office. Post office. Dang, gonna need another post office. Town. Where's he going? Oh yeah, there's people coming to and from the low density housing. If I select a street, toggle traffic routes. They're gonna let me delete cars. I got a boomtown though. The 7 Hills residents. Increase in loan limit, heavy traffic ban. Trucks and other heavy vehicles forbidden. Noise and air pollution help traffic. Highways remain unaffected. Advanced pollution management. If I select this info ban, I can't just straight up ban cars from an area, huh? Like, there's really no need for cars to be here. That's what the parking deck is for. And it's filled up. I should probably put another parking deck. How about the big guy? Can I put the big guy down? No, too small. The underground one's long. The overground one's very busy. The multi-level one fits perfectly, though. New office. Contact us for careers. Contact us if you want a career. God forbid. Transportation overview. That's buses. Oh, that's all public transportation. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, if you ever use that stuff, that's probably gonna help a lot. That menu probably helps like crazy. I'm in love with I'm in love with how our hashtag. Large roads, intersections, grand bridges, gas power plant, coal power plant, Emergency battery station. Geothermal power plant. Etc. You're helping your mom peel tomatoes? How does what? Oh, potatoes. I was like, huh? Hard to peel a tomato, yeah. Clean the yard, dry clothes. Just lurk and let y'all talk. Gotcha, banana. I hope I Russian, I hope I Arabian. Thank you, banana. I hope I rich. Same, medic. Same, medical man, same. Let me see, how do I remedy this? Street where only foot traffic is allowed. It doesn't look like it, though. Does not appear to be the case. Traffic volume is increasing. Traffic flow. Cheaper roads. Nobody's going this way. They're all no. It is still like the dense urban housing. What's doing it? That in the office space. Not really sure how to remedy that at all. These don't require cars at all. This is just people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 over 1. And 8 over 1 goes crazy. Same with this guy. It's like 1, 2. It's like a chemical corporation with apartments on top of it. Hilarious. Traffic light. Everybody's parking on the side road. Nobody's moving. This doesn't look right. That hearse is all messed up. Was that a car crash? Is that what happened? That's very funny. That's very funny. Use knife to peel the spuds. It's harder than you thought. Yeah, it is. I bought a potato peeler after I tried cutting potatoes once with a knife, and I was like, this is like way easier.
Digital games. Prepare for sensory overload.
You want it thick. Digital.
You want thick digital?
Digital. You ready for a game that rips out your heart and stops it to death? Digital. Then come on down to Thick Digital and we'll hook you up to adrenaline overdrive. You won't be able to take much more of this, sir. Then hit them with everything we've got. Digital. Thick Digital. It's all out war.
A nice pedestrian bridge. They may not like it, but this is optimal security. An office right up there on the skyscraper. Japan does that also, but more often. American eat noodle, spicy noodle. That's one way to put it. Heard mostly Americans can't cook. Look at these pedestrians. Walkable urban spaces. Trying to get, in city skylines especially, trying to get Trying to get like a pedestrian-focused city is very difficult. Because you know, I can do like pedestrian pathways, but everybody just ends up trying to drive on it anyway, which is very funny. Also, I must say, it is very funny. Oh, you know what? Let me like knock out this road. We don't need that road there. If they just, I think these guys are just trying to turn. That's why. What if they're just forced to drive forward? That probably clears up a lot. Everybody's trying to leave the city, though. Or at least turn around. Yeah, probably turn around. Makes sense. We might have to start over. So I can really think about how to make a city. Like a pedestrian-focused city, using, like, the limitation of city skylines. That's a big crowd of people, though. This was fun, though. This is a good experiment to see what we can, to see how far I could push it, you know? But I think that's gonna be the stream tonight for City Skylines. I hope everybody enjoyed it. It was definitely fun trying to figure it out, you know? I am going to take a quick break. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream so far. I definitely have to do a little more experimenting with the City Skylines too, because a lot of, you know, they make it really about car. It's very much like a car-centric game, and that's kind of not what I'm about. So maybe we'll try like Dwarf Romantic instead or something like that. I definitely want to do like a city builder. Parkitect is good because there's no cars at all. It's just people walking around, which is nice, and like a monorail occasionally. Just something I hadn't considered. But I do want to try it. I want to find a city builder that's like, that will let me sort of do something like that. We'll see. I don't know. There's plenty of like city building games. We'll call it City Building Saturday or something like that, you know? Saturday is for like city building simulators. TF2 Friday, City Building Saturday, something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna take a pee. I'm gonna fill up my cup, and then I will read another chapter of The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. I will be right back with everybody. I hope everybody's having a good night so far. Sorry, I've been really focused in on the game. It's fun playing another game, you know. What's up, Hunter? 4 letters, 1 word. Piss. BRB. lads. Alright, lads and lattices. Oh, lattices, he says. I am back. And we will be reading another chapter of The Jungle. Once I sort out my salad here in a second. There we go. Alright. Yeet. Way better. Way better word. Let's see. Ah, how are we doing tonight, everybody? I hope everybody's had a good night so far. I know it wasn't the best city I'd ever built in City Skylines. City Skylines is kind of hard for me to wrangle, you know, because like you have all like these avenues and these vestiges and stuff like that, but they sort of with things like industrial demand and office space demand and like residential demand, they sort of corner you into doing things that they want you to do instead of just building a city. And you know, and that's kind of like, oh, I don't really like that part of the game, but I see where they're coming from, you know, it makes sense. Maybe I just want to do like a sandbox instead. Because it's hard for me to balance the demands of like your residents and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, we want like healthcare and like build a school, and I'm okay with that stuff, you know. But the stuff where it's just like, well, there's a lot of demand for low density residential and commercial, and people want jobs, your economy starts tanking. I mean, I guess that's what the government subsidies are for. You can sort of build out your city how you want, and then God will just let it flow over you. But I might as well just have unlimited money at that point. Regardless, maybe I think maybe next playthrough I'll just have unlimited money and just build a city. Maybe we'll do that instead. Anyway, regardless, that was City Skylines. Oh, hang on, let me get a refill. I'll be right back. I forgot. I went pee, but I did not get a refill. Okay. Ooh, ah. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good night so far. But I'm just gonna hop right into it. Turn this down a little more. This should just be a tender background note. And so it is. Yeah. Tonight, we'll be reading another chapter of The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. We're on chapter 29. This book is getting very thin. We have like 2 or 3 chapters left. The last chapter seems to go on for quite a bit. But yeah, we're on chapter 29. Okie doke. Let's get started, huh? Let's get started, shall we? Chapter 29. The man had gone back to his seat upon the platform, and Jurgis realized that his speech was over. The applause continued for several minutes, and then someone started a song, and the crowd took it up, and the place shook with it. Jurgis had never heard it, and he could not make out the words, but the wild and wonderful spirit of it seized upon him. It was the Marseillaise, the French national anthem that the song celebrates revolutionary resistance to tyranny. As stanza after stanza of it thundered forth, he sat with his hands clasped, trembling in every nerve. He had never been so stirred in his life. It was a miracle that it had been wrought in him. He could not think at all. He was stunned. Yet he knew that in the mighty upheaval that had taken place in his soul, a new man had been born. He had been torn out of the jaws of destruction. He had been delivered from the thraldom of despair. The whole world had been changed for him. He was free. He was free. Even if he were to suffer as he had before, even if he were to beg and starve, nothing would be the same to him. He would understand it and bear it. He would no longer be the sport of circumstances. He would be a man with will and a purpose. He would have something to fight for, something to die for if need be. Here were men who would show him and help him, and he would have friends and allies. He would dwell in the sight of justice and walk arm in arm with power. The audience subsided again, and Jurgis sat back. The chairman of the meeting came forward and began to speak. His voice sounded thin and futile after the others, and to Jurgis it seemed a profanation. Why should anyone else speak? After that miraculous man, why should they not all sit in silence? The chairman was explaining that a collection would now be taken up to defray the expenses of the meeting and for the benefit of the campaign fund of the party. Jurgis heard, but he had not a penny to give, and so his thoughts went elsewhere again. He kept his eyes fixed on the orator, who sat in an armchair, his head leaning on his hand and his attitude indignating exhaustion. But suddenly, he stood up again, and Jurgis heard the chairman of the meeting saying that the speaker would now answer any questions which the audience might care to put to him. The man came forward, and someone, a woman, arose and asked about some opinion the speaker had expressed concerning Tolstoy. Jurgis had never heard of Tolstoy, and did not care anything about him. Why should anyone want to ask such questions after an address like that? The thing was not to talk, but to do. The thing was to get a hold of others and rouse them, to organize them, to prepare for the fight. But still, the discussion went on, in ordinary conversational tones, and it brought Jurgis back to the everyday world. A few minutes ago, he felt like seizing the hand of the beautiful lady by his side and kissing it. He had felt like flinging his arms around the neck of the man on the other side of him. And now he began to realize again that he was a hobo, that he was ragged and dirty and smelt bad and had no place to sleep that night. And so, at last, when the meeting broke up and the audience started to leave, poor Jurgis was in an agony of uncertainty. He had not thought of leaving. He had thought that the vision must last forever, that he had found comrades and brothers. But now he would go out, and the thing would fade away, and he would never be able to find it again. He sat in his seat, frightened and wondering, but others in the same row wanted to get out, and so he had to stand up and move along. And as he was swept down on the aisle, he looked from one person to another, wistfully. They were all excitedly discussing the address, but there was nobody who offered to discuss it with him. He was near enough to the door to feel the night air, when desperation seized him. He knew nothing at all about the speech he had heard, not even the name of the orator, and he was to go away. No, it was preposterous. He must speak to someone. He must find the man himself and tell him. He would not despise him, tramp as he was. So he stepped into an empty row of seats and watched. When the crowd had thinned out, he started toward the platform. The speaker was gone, but there was a stage door that stood open, with people passing in and out, and no one on guard. Jurgis summoned up his courage and went in and down a hallway and to the door of the room where many people were crowded. No one paid any attention to him, and he pushed in, and in a corner he saw the man he sought. The orator sat in a chair with his shoulders sunk together and his eyes half closed. His face was ghastly pale, almost greenish in hue, and one arm lay limp at his side. A big man with spectacles on stood near him and kept pushing back the crowd, saying, "Stand away a little, please. Can't you see the comrade is worn out?" So Jurgis stood watching while 5 or 10 minutes passed. Now and then the men would look up and address a word or two to those who were near him. And at last, on one of these occasions, his glance rested on Jurgis. There seemed to be a slight hint of inquiry about it, and a sudden impulse seized the other. He stepped forward. "I wanted to thank you, sir," he began. In breathless haste, "I could not go away without telling you how glad I am I heard you. I didn't know anything about it at all." The big man with spectacles who had moved away came back at this moment. "The comrade is too tired to talk to anyone," he began, but the other held up his hand. "Wait," he said. "He has something to say to me." And he looked at Jurgis' face. You want to know more about socialism?" he asked. Jurgis started. He stammered. "Is it socialism? I don't know. I want to know about what you spoke of. I want to help. I have been through all that." "Where do you live?" he asked. "I have no home," said Jurgis. "I am out of work." "You are a foreigner, are you not?" "Lithuanian, sir." The man thought for a moment, and then turned to his friend. "Who is there, Walters?" he asked. "There is Ostrinsky, but he is a Pole." "Ostrinsky speaks Lithuanian," said the other. "All right, then. Would you mind seeing if he has gone yet?" The other started away, and the speaker looked at Jurgis again. He had deep black eyes and a face full of gentleness and pain. "You must excuse me, comrade," he said. "I'm just tired out. I've spoken every day for the last month. I will introduce you to someone who is still able to help you as well as I could." The messenger had to go further than the door. He came back, followed by a man whom he introduced to Jurgis as Comrade Ostrinsky. Comrade Ostrinsky was a little man, scarcely up to Jurgis' shoulder, wizened and wrinkled, very ugly, and slightly lame. He had on long-tailed black coat, worn green at the seams and the buttonholes. His eyes must have been weak, for he wore green spectacles that gave him a grotesque appearance. But his hand clasp was hearty, and he spoke in Lithuanian, which warmed Jurgis to him. You want to know about socialism?" he said. "Surely. Let us go out and take a stroll, where we can be quiet and talk some." And so Jurgis bade farewell to the master wizard and went out. Ostrinsky asked where he lived, offering to walk in that direction, and so he had to explain once more that he was without a home. At the other's request, he told his story, how he came to America, and what had happened to him in the stockyards, and how his family had broken up, and how he had become a wanderer. So much the little man heard, and then he pressed Jurgis' arm tightly. "You've been through the mill, comrade," he said. We will make a fighter out of you." Then Ostrinsky, in turn, explained his circumstances. He would have asked Jurgis to his home, but he had only 2 rooms and had no bed to offer. He would have given up his own bed, but his wife was ill. Later on, when he understood that otherwise Jurgis would have to sleep in a hallway, he offered him his kitchen floor, a chance which the other was too glad to accept. "Perhaps tomorrow we can do better," said Ostrinsky. "We try not to let a comrade starve." Ostrinsky's home was in the ghetto district, where he had 2 rooms in the basement of a tenement. There was a baby crying as they entered, and he closed the door leading into the bedroom. He had 3 young children, he explained, and a baby had just come. He drew up 2 chairs near the kitchen stove, adding that Jurgis must excuse the disorder of the place, since at such a time one's domestic arrangements were upset. Half the kitchen was given up to a workbench, which was piled with clothing, and Ostrinsky explained that he was a pants fisher. He brought great bundles of clothing here to the home where he and his wife worked on them. He made a living at it, but it was getting harder all the time, because his eyes were failing. What would come when they gave out he could not tell. There had been no savings, anything. A man could barely keep alive by 12 or 14 hours work a day. The finishing of pants did not take much skill, and anybody could learn it, and so the pay was forever getting less. That was the competitive wage system. And if Jurgis wanted to understand what socialism was, it was there he had the best beginning. The workers were dependent upon a job to exist from day to day, and so they bid against each other, and no man could get more than the lowest man would consent to work for. And thus the mass of the people were always in a life and death struggle with poverty. That was competition, so far as it concerned the wage earner, the man who had only his labor to sell, to those on top, the exploiters. It appeared very differently, of course. There were few of them, and they could combine and dominate, and their power would be unbreakable. And so, all over the world, 2 classes were forming, with an unabridged chasm between them. The capitalist class, with its enormous fortunes, and the proletariat, bound into slavery by unseen chains. The latter were 1,000 to 1 in numbers, but they were ignorant and helpless, and they could remain in the mercy of the exploiters until they were organized, until they had become class conscious. It was a slow and weary process, but it would go on. It was like the movement of a glacier. Once it started, it could never be stopped. Every socialist did a share and lived upon the vision of the good time coming, when the working class should go to the polls and seize the powers of government and put an end to private property and the means of production. No matter how poor a man was or how much he suffered, he could never be really unhappy while he knew of that future. Ever, if he did not live to see it himself, his children would, and to a socialist, the victory of his class was his victory. Also, he had always the progress to encourage him. Here in Chicago, for instance, the movement was growing by leaps and bounds. Chicago was the industrial center of the country, and nowhere else were the unions so strong. But their organizations did the workers little good, for the employers were organized also. And so the strikes generally failed, and as fast as the unions were broken up, the men were coming over to the socialists. Ostrinsky explained the organization of the party, the machinery by which the proletariat was educating itself. There were locals in every big city and town, and they were being organized rapidly in the smaller places. A local had anywhere from 6 to 1,000 members, and there were 1,400 of them in all, with a total of about 25,000 members who paid dues to support the organization. Local Cook County, as the city organizations were called, had 80 branches locals, and it alone was spending several $1,000s in the campaign. It published a weekly in English and one in each Bohemian and German. Also, there was a monthly published in Chicago, and a cooperative publishing house that issued 1.5 million of socialist books and pamphlets every year. All this was the growth of the last few years. There had been almost nothing of it when Ostrinsky first came to Chicago. Ostrinsky was a Pole, about 50 years of age. He'd lived in Silesia, a member of the despised and persecuted race, and had taken part of the proletariat movement in the early 70s when Bismarck, having conquered France, had turned his policy of blood and iron upon the International. Ostrinsky himself had twice been in jail, but he had been young then and had not cared. He had had more of his share of the fight, though, for just when socialism had broken all its barriers and become the great political force of the empire, he'd come to America and begun all over again. In America, everyone had laughed at the mere idea of socialism then. In America, all men were free, as if political liberty made wage slavery any more tolerable, said Ostrinsky. The little tailor sat tilted back in his stiff kitchen chair with his feet stretched out upon the empty stove and speaking in low whispers so as to not waken those in the next room. To Jurgis, he seemed a scarcely less wonderful person than the speaker in the meeting. He was poor, the lowest of the low, hunger-driven and miserable. And yet, how much he knew! How much he'd dared and achieved! What a hero he'd been! There were others like him too, thousands like him, and all of them working men. That all this wonderful machinery of progress had been created by his fellows. Jurgis could not believe it. It seemed too good to be true. That was always the way, said Ostrinsky. When a man was first converted to socialism, he was like a crazy person. He could not understand how others could fail to see it, and he expected to convert all the world the first week. After a while, he would realize how hard a task it was, and then it would be fortunate that other new hands kept coming, to save him from settling down into a rut. Just now, Jurgis would have plenty of chance to vent his excitement for a presidential campaign was on, and everybody was talking politics. Ostrinsky would take him to the next meeting of the branch local and introduce him, and he might join the party. The dues were 5 cents a week, but anyone who could not afford this might be excused from paying. The Socialist Party was really a democratic political organization. It was controlled absolutely by its own membership and had no bosses. All of these things Ostrinsky explained, as also the principles of the party. You might say that there was really but one socialist principle, that of no compromise, which was the essence of the proletarian movement all over the world. When a socialist was elected to office, he voted with old party legislators for any measure that might be likely to help the working class. But he never forgot that these concessions, whatever they might be, were trifles compared with the great purpose, the organizing of the working class for the revolution. So far, the rule in America had been that one socialist made another socialist once every 2 years, and that they should maintain the same rate that would carry the country in 1912, though not all of them expected to succeed as quickly as that. The socialists were organized in every civilized nation. It was an international political party, said Ostrinsky, the greatest the world had ever known. It numbered 30 million of its adherents, and it cast 8 million votes. It started its first newspaper in Japan and elected its first deputy in Argentina. In France, it named members of cabinets, and in Italy and Australia, it held the balance of power and turned out ministries. In Germany, where its vote was more than a third of the total vote of the empire, all of the parties and powers had united to fight it. It would not do, Ostrinsky explained, for the proletariat of one nation to achieve the victory, for that nation would be crushed by the military power of the others. And so, the socialist movement was a world movement, an organization of all mankind to establish liberty and fraternity. It was the new religion of humanity, or you might say it was the fulfillment of the old religion, since it implied that the literal application of all the teachings of Christ. Let me get a drink. Loud eating popcorn noises. Nice. Until long after midnight, Jurgis sat lost in the conversation of his new acquaintance. It was a most wonderful experience to him, an almost supernatural experience. It was like encountering an inhabitant of the fourth dimension of space, a being who was free from all of one's own limitations. For 4 years now, Jurgis had been wandering and blundering in the depths of the wilderness, and here, suddenly, a hand reached down and seized him and lifted him out of it, and set him upon a mountain top from which he could survey it all, could see the paths from which he had wandered, and the morass into which he had stumbled, the hiding places of the beasts of prey that had fallen upon him. There were his Packingtown experiences, for instance. What was there about Packingtown that Ostrinsky could not explain? To Jurgis, the Packers had been equivalent to fate. Ostrinsky showed him that they were the Beef Trust. They were a gigantic combination of capital, which had crushed all opposition and overthrown the laws of the land and was preying upon the people. Jurgis recollected how, when he had first come to Packingtown, he had stood and watched the hog killing, and thought about how cruel and savage it was, and came away congratulating himself that he was not a hog. Now his new acquaintance showed him that a hog was just what he had been, one of the Packers' hogs. What they wanted from a hog was all the profits that could be got out of him, and that was what they wanted from the working man, and also that was what they wanted from the public. What the hog thought of it, and what he suffered, were not considered, and no more was it the labor, and no more was the purchaser of meat. That was true everywhere in the world, but it was especially true in Packingtown. There seemed to be something about the work of the slaughtering that tended to the ruthlessness and ferocity. It was literally the fact that in the methods of the Packers, 100 human lives did not balance a penny of profit. When Jurgis had made himself familiar with the socialist literature, as he would very quickly, he would get glimpses of the Beef Trust from all sorts of aspects, and he would find it everywhere the same. It was the incarnation of blind and incessant greed. It was the monster devouring with thousands of mouths, trampling with 1,000 hoofs. It was the great butcher. It was the spirit of capitalism made flesh. Upon the ocean of commerce it sailed with a pirate ship. It was hoisted the black flag and declared war upon civilization. Bribery and corruption were its everyday methods. In Chicago, the city government was simply one of its branch offices. It stole billions of gallons of city water openly. It dictated to the courts the sentences of disorderly strikers. It forbade the mayor to enforce the building laws against it. In the national capital, it held the power to prevent inspections of its product and to falsify government reports. It violated the rebate laws when the investigation was threatened. It burned its books and sent its criminal agents out of the country. In the commercial world, it was a juggernaut car. It wiped out thousands of businesses every year. It drove men to madness and suicide. It forced the prices of cattle so low as to destroy the stock rising in the industry, an occupation upon which whole states existed. It ruined thousands of butchers who had refused to handle its products. It divided the country into districts and fixed the prices of meat in all of them. And it owned all the refrigerator cars and levied an enormous tribute upon all poultry and eggs and fruit and vegetables. With the millions of dollars a week that poured upon it, it was reaching out to control the other interests: railroads and trolley lines, gas, electric light franchises. It already owned the leather and the grain businesses of the country. The people were tremendously stirred up over its encroachments, but nobody had any remedy to suggest. It was the task of the socialists to teach and organize them, and prepare them for the time when they were to seize the huge machine called the Beef Trust and use it to produce food for human beings and not to heap up fortunes for a band of pirates. It was long after midnight when Jurgis lay down upon the floor of Ostrinsky's kitchen, and yet it was an hour before he could get to sleep, for the glory of that joyful vision of the people of Packingtown marching and taking possession of the Union stockyards. A little short chapter tonight, I'd say. Chapter 29 of The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. Chapter 30, and I think that might be the last chapter tomorrow night, maybe? We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see when we get home. Alright. That was a very short chapter. Okay, everybody. I hope everybody has a good rest of your nights. I am gonna go grab some dinner and then be off to sleep for some work tomorrow. I will see you all tomorrow for some scheduling day. Bye-bye! Janne!